Oh,
what was crazy?
The debate. Y'all see the debate? When
Yes,
that's
what she was talking about.
That motherfucker Trump is a nigga.
No,
Trump is a gangster nigga.
Trump is a gangster.
He's with the mafia.
That's a mafia.
He's with Trump. He got a lot of mafia friends.
Did you see
they do a lot of cocaine.
You see what he was talking about that boy's son?
Biden. So Bo Biden
Biden's
died.
son. He was like he was taking them low blows, bro. I'm like, yo, he's
starring AnonYmiss Sol, Timothy Raw, District 4, Southport's in the motherfucking building.
So, this is Great Apes Cafe, and we have two special guests. One of the special guests, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. They new. They're a black woman, and they hold it down. Definitely need to have a round of applause for everybody here. And I'm really, really excited about this episode. But enough about me. Let's start with the introductory. Who the hell is you?
My name is Joseph, you know.
Oh, hell no.
I'm somebody different every episode. Man.
Yeah. You already know, man. I go by the name District 4, Southport, North Carolina. That's it.
Alrighty, D4, okay.
D4, damn.
I'm AnonYmiss Sol.
D4.
Y'all already know. Y'all seen me on the last video. How y'all doing?
Hey, nah. That's what she That's what the hell she had that vibe. Hey, shit, hey, oh my goodness. Nah, we stop.
Oh my goodness.
We gonna be talking about some I feel like some important topics. We're gonna be talking about some shit that will probably reverberate the airwaves a little bit. I know I want to start this off with something shallow, just on the music situation, just who our guests are, who are they, where they came from, what they represent, what they want, where they want to go at in the future. So I guess I started off with the newest member of Great Apes Cafe. I think I started off with Miss AnonYmiss Sol. What's so anonymous about her? Who she is? Where she come from? What she represent? You know what I mean? Nobody know who the fuck you are. So we're gonna start you off. We're gonna let the women talk. We're gonna
So
I'm gonna come up with a name for you.
I'm dead. Don't do that.
That's it.
So with me being AnonYmiss Sol, I do more so spiritual music, soul music. Y'all already know, like little India Irie, Erykah Badu type vibe.
Okay.
But it's more so poetry. I write a lot. What?
I like that.
I'm laughing at Mark.
I'm looking.
Look at a few episodes in the future. You know what I'm talking about.
That's something that I'm still working on it. I'm not really.
Get your mic closer. You
always do this.
I'm just saying,
I did the same thing.
I'm still
I heard
working
some
on it.
whispering
It's
for a
not
while.
really something that I'm ready to put out there yet. But as far as my poetry, like I am willing to do videos or if we could at some point in time we could share our little music.
Okay.
Where we doing poetry at?
What?
We be doing poetry at?
I mean, shit. I got I can't even think of the damn word.
What, a podium?
I got a platform
You got
here.
a platform here.
And
You got a platform.
I could do it on Facebook Live. I could do it on Instagram. With their IGTV.
I said you be on like a stage or something. Like you go to
I've actually.
go to some
This man done broke me out my shell. He done got me up on the
He gonna do
stage
that.
at the
He gonna do
Juggling
that.
Gypsy.
The Juggling Gypsy. I ain't never been there
first
before.
If I was white, I'd be
Hold on.
red as a tomato.
Hold on. What y'all said the spot was?
Juggling
Juggling
Gypsy.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said juggling
That's
juicy.
the what is it?
Yo,
called? The
I said that
bar.
the last time.
Shut the
when
fuck
somebody
up.
said
Nah.
with
The
Kim.
name
I was
of the place.
what?
Shout out to Bash. Bash, we definitely gonna do an interview.
It's
I
called
promise.
the Bazaar though now.
It's called the Bazaar now.
Bazaar.
But it used to be called Juggling Gypsy,
It's
not
gonna
Juggling
always be that
Gypsy.
name.
Oh, so it's bizarre now.
Yeah.
So you said that's a port? I mean,
It's
poet
like it's well,
It's a spot. They do basically
real laid
alcohol. They got alcohol there. They have like a hookah lounge there. They got a little bit of food there, and they do everything. It's a big, good stage, good vibe, good energy. And you could do hip hop, you could do pop, R&B, soul, comedy. Remember Camboy Smith? Camboy, shout out to my nigga Camboy Smith. He do his comedy thing there. I used to just always just pop up. I mean, I know the owner. I shout out to Bash. Look, I apologize.
Sitting up on the
I
stage.
just go on the stage, no
With a
introductory.
beer or a
Nobody,
glass.
everybody standing. I'm like, all right, where the mic at? You know, beatbox, have my nigga beatbox or something, and start rapping a little bit.
And that shit downtown?
Yeah. Nah, it's right there off of Castle Street.
Right there, right across from the ABC store.
Right down the street from African Heritage. Shout out to Miss Katie. I gotta come to you too, sis, for an interview. But yeah.
Miss Katie, the owner of it.
Miss Katie's the owner of it. Yeah, she do dreads and all.
Miss Katie, can I smoke that weed though?
I'm dead. Oh Lord. No, he didn't.
Let me tell y'all something. Don't listen to this man.
Please.
And they open right? They ain't even open right now, is they?
Hell no. What African Heritage?
No, I'm talking about Juggling Gypsy.
Juggling Gypsy don't close until like 2 or 4.
2 or 4 in the morning?
Is it 4?
Nah, they close
Three.
at 2.
Right now,
I know damn well they don't close at no
Everything in
4.
North Carolina
used to
close
now.
at
Y'all
2.
forgot it's 2 o'clock now. But granted, I ain't gonna lie, I have not been going out
Neither.
based on the premise of coronavirus.
Well, today was the day, right?
Of what?
That we opened up a little bit.
A little bit,
that was
yeah.
yesterday.
I mean, ever since when I backed up, and not to get off subject, when I backed up an 18-wheeler and about less than 100 yards from me, I'm seeing them putting cadavers of COVID-19 patients in the back of a refrigerated 18-wheeler. I'm like, no, fuck this shit.
What the
Hands
what?
up.
What?
Yeah, this happened a few months ago.
They put people in the back
They
of a
was putting
truck.
dead cadavers.
In a
Oh,
cooler.
hell no.
This nigga talking about don't change subjects.
And
Nigga,
you
we about
seen
to
that
talk
way?
about
And-
this.
and-
What is you talking about?
This is Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh no.
This is at home. You
I'm
seeing
not
this?
going to say the hospital. I don't know if I'm entitled to say that.
fuck all
But
that.
I'm
What
going to
the
say
Fuck all that shit. They
I'm
public.
going
Hold
to say
them
it's
accountable.
a few months ago. I'm talking like March, April. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That is.
and I was like, yo, like everybody
you ain't
else.
never tell me that,
Yeah, man, I had them on. What?
nigga.
Okay,
Yeah,
you never tell me
people
that.
saying, okay, it might be people giving out conspiracies and it might be this and that. Man, fuck that. I see
Was they in them
Yeah,
black
you see
They
it
was
with
in
your own
full
eyes, and that's what it is.
bio hazmat gear
Oh wow.
and
Wow.
loading up cadavers.
What did it
It
look
was already
like?
dead. What you mean?
You talking about they're just like the bodies that
All
you
right,
They
so
had
seen
bio yellow
Okay, but
biohazmat.
hold
Okay.
on, Tim. Hold on. For other people that's gonna watch this, you got to break down what's cadavers.
Cadavers is dead bodies.
Okay.
The bodies.
That's what I was talking about.
I
until
got y'all.
thought
You know what
about
I'm
it.
saying? I'm
I'm like,
from the
I already
hood.
know
You
what
feel
that
me?
is.
Niggas like,
But
what the
I
fuck
was
is
asking,
What is
cadavers?
what
cadaver?
they had
Okay,
the bodies in? Like, what were they in?
They was in
Hazmat.
hazmat gear. I'm not even
Like
talking about like
the-
a regular hazmat. I'm talking about yellow biohazmat.
Yeah, with the man with the
With the
Family helmets.
It's different. So you got level 1, 2, and 3 biohazmat gear.
That's
And it was in like I want to say level 2 or level 1. I think that's how I go. It was in level 1. Normally, if you put on the mask and you put on a face shield,
Right.
that's like level 3 or level. It's not even almost a level. You know what I mean? They in full. They got their shit. Their gloves tucked in with an extra set of gloves over that. Like I mean, they was putting
No,
it
they
on
was
the
hot.
18 wheeler. What? And I just, it's just, I don't care about the propaganda that's on the news about COVID-19. Is when you
Right.
start seeing it with your own eyes, you start
a
really
whole nother
questioning shit.
thing,
You know what I
man.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was like, nah, fuck this. It's not about politics. It's not about
deeper than
Democratic
that.
Party, Republican Party, all of that. But yeah, that wasn't it for me. That wasn't it. Hell no.
That's
I mean, when you
crazy.
see shit like that, I mean, you really don't even know what to think. You know what I'm saying? And then on
Like,
top of that, like
It
I got
happened before.
know
Like
what
I wasn't. The thing about it, the scary thing about this, on some real shit, for me, I expect this because it's in the Bible. They said it's gonna be pestilence. They said it would be disease. It would be famine. There'd be. I'm not really
Yeah.
surprised about things that are happening right now. What I'm surprised about is how the people of this world, of this country, react to the propaganda.
how they taking it, like,
how you taking this?
A lot of
yeah,
But,
right.
I was in Walmart. I'll never forget when I worked at Walmart, and I saw this woman had like four children, and they had to all be under the age of 5. And she was putting those ribs under that damn that scooter. I said, I ain't saying not a damn word. I ain't say shit.
Because
I
I
don't
bet
know
you
shit.
understood where she was coming
I
from,
was,
though.
man,
look.
I saw them children. Look, you got to eat. Like,
See, and
I've
Bruh,
been in a situation where
I feel that.
I've been homeless. I've been in a situation, and granted, shout out to my good family members. Yeah, I could have called you to not be homeless, but I don't like kissing nobody's ass. I don't
Right.
give a fuck for this one.
Right.
But anyway, and you know who you
no,
are.
if you on
But
still, you
anyway,
ain't got
yeah,
shit.
like
Right.
you gotta do what you gotta do to make it in this world. It's a lot
At
of
the
crabs
same
in the
time,
bucket.
y'all,
so.
what's so fucked up is the fact that we have to pay for fucking food. We got to pay for water. We got to pay for a roof over our fucking heads. We ain't supposed to pay for none of this shit.
You don't got to.
None
but
of
hey,
it. I'm so serious.
I
Like, you
just
can
feel
grow
like
your own
Some people
food,
argue, sis. Some
and if
people
you-
argue that statement
Yeah, because
Why?
some
because they will argue. Well, how do you give back into your community, back into the establishment, back to the tax
There was at a
system to
time
make
where
money.
the currency wasn't
There
like
was
it
at a
was
time
now.
where
It was a lot
bargaining
of-
was much more. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's what I'm
true.
saying. Like,
we
that
talking,
right
we
there.
talking
Yeah,
about
that's
800 years ago, 750 years ago.
Fair.
Actually, not even that far. You
Not
talking
even
about
that far.
400,
You know,
that shit can
300
still
years
get you
ago.
somewhere
And some
today,
countries
right?
still practice that. So yeah, you're right.
I'm
You're
so
right.
serious. It was this. I was watching this this video that I came across, and it was this girl that was trying to trade a bobby pin for a house. She constantly kept trading this shit, and I'm telling y'all, she went from a bobby pin to having 4 margarita glasses, selling those margarita glasses for like something like a vacuum. Traded a vacuum for a snowboard. Traded a snowboard for an iPad. Traded an iPad for an Apple TV. Traded an Apple TV, and then kept going on. She went and got an Xbox. Traded the Xbox until she got her fucking house, bro.
Spot, hey, that's you got to do what you got to do.
You got. I mean, it's ways to do
It's
things
ways you gotta do.
without.
That's a weird. And it's weird. I know some people might get mad about what I'm about to say, but some people in this world make money illegally, right? Sometimes the establishment forces you to get out of the system to do illegal activity. Who am I to knock you and judge you on that? I'm not God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's not. I don't even think it's sad, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now,
Now if you
you know what I mean? Now, if you going out here perpetrating and doing some pedophilia type shit, nah, you need to get your genitalia cut off. That's how I feel about that attribute. You know what I mean? But if we talking about like somebody out here grinding, unfortunately selling drugs, and the thing about that is we live in a system where drugs is very, very, very absorbed in a
you
sense.
already
Like, I
know
mean,
why.
like everybody doing it.
You already
know what I
know
mean?
why,
Like it's
though.
crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So
Man,
and I'm
Brando.
getting off a subject on that, but I end up talking about that in a little bit.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be another subject.
But I'm gonna say this though. So back to you, because originally this was all about
let's
you.
go
So
back.
let's go
Let's
back.
get back on topic.
You gotta finish introducing.
I was
Right?
just-
Where you from? Where you going?
Oh, yeah, she was talking about that
We
poetry.
went way around the world and yeah.
Yeah, you want to start
That's just
talking about?
something, you know. I'm still
what are you?
figuring out.
Divers.
I'm still.
So you're a
getting-
poet?
Yeah, but it's still something that I'm still like, you know.
Mic check.
figuring
Get close
out
to the mic.
where-
Get close to the
I
mic.
know they can hear me. I know y'all can hear me. Like, but it's you
should
know,
get mad
like
at
you
y'all
can
to-
see a lot of
Oh,
people
no, I can.
when you jump into it, you already know what you want to do. You already know
Right.
what you want to talk about. You like when I first started my spiritual journey, and that was when I was 17. Like I used to constantly get like just certain type of knowledge that was brought to me, and I would just write
Used
it
to
out.
get
I would
visions.
literally zone out and write so many poems to the point where I'm writing all these poems. I would have to
relate.
go back and read it and be like, damn, like
I
I
write
was
more than
surprised
anything.
myself.
I can relate. I can
but
relate.
I have, you know, throughout life, certain things happen. Life happens, you know. So I've gotten taken off of it, and I'm just now
Y'all, I
getting
gotta
back to it.
I gotta interject. So I met Miss AnonYmiss Sol
At the best time of my
at
damn
Juggling
life.
Gypsy. What was it? 2 years ago?
Juggling juice.
Probably about
Juggling
like 3.
gypsy.
It was 3 years ago.
I
yeah,
think it was
and
about like 3 years.
Juggling gypsy.
I was doing open mic. I was drunk. I was drunk.
As fuck.
I
Oh my
was
God.
faded. Like I had Henny,
Oh, you was
cognac.
sweating?
This man was
I had
just,
E&J.
Oh,
Nigga, I had brown. I was on
E&J.
a brown
but
stripe.
it was just something
Nigga
about
had
your energy,
everything
but-
brown.
Had
Like
that irk
everything
and
was
jerk.
brown. And
Yeah, the Irk
I
and
was
jerk.
gone, boy.
That
I
bitch
already knew your
yeah.
ass
But
was gone.
I was so in the matrix and in my zone and in making music. I was just up there freestyling, and I was going off. I was snapping. Aaron was over there in the back. I mean, putting on the instrumentals and shit. And I'm seeing Miss AnonYmiss Sol
One of my
and her
friends.
like 2 of her friends. I'm like, all right, finally, some sisters in here. Hey, hello, get on the stage.
Yo,
She's like,
that shit right there.
Wait, put you on the, she put you on the spot.
Why?
First,
No.
I was
Nah.
none of that shit because
Hey, you.
I don't like being called
Come
out.
here.
I don't like
Bring your
nobody
ass.
putting no spotlight on me either.
I wasn't disrespectful,
like how
no.
he just did
I don't
to me.
like
Well,
that
back
shit
to
neither.
you.
I
Like,
get
No,
mad.
I wasn't
like-
disrespectful.
But nah, that shit threw me off.
But I the thing was I could tell that somebody wanted to vibe with you, right? So I didn't let her like fail by herself. She was on the stage. Bring up your chair. You can sit down. I'm gonna go ahead and try to, you know, just rap, do a little poetry, and pass you back the mic. And whenever you fuck up, you can give it back to me. So we did what's called hopscotch. She fucked up a little bit. You know what I mean? However, within
the first
the
time.
15, 20 minute span, she started doing hopscotch. Just in case y'all niggas don't know, hopscotch is just like a form of passing the mic, open mic. You spit a rhyme, you bust the verse, whichever come first. You pass it, they bring it back, and you do it again. That's hopscotch. Anyway, so that's how we met. And that's like 3 years ago. So that was
literally.
Shout out to Bash and the owner, man.
Know that you doing that.
That was fun. That was
broke
fun.
me out my shell. It's like kind of made a little crack on it. Like
people shouldn't have a shell. Look, never set yourself. I think everybody has potential for greatness, right? If they allow it. If you let people, like my whole thing is, I saw somebody on the internet the other day, and I think it was Tiana Taylor, husband. And I agree with what he said. The nigga said, whatever his name is. I agree with what he said. He said something to the premise of his child, and he was like, "Nah, don't give no A, B, or C. Like you got an A plan and a B plan and a C plan. No, fuck that. If you know he good at something, gas that nigga up. Make sure that he follow that A plan, and if that's what he like, you fucking do it." And I agree.
It's not too many people.
I'm like, yo,
like that.
Like for me, I always had the mindset of ABC.
Right.
We all, you know what I mean? Like maybe just me a little bit more. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna get my little associate degree. Let me get my little damn
and then got something.
Got something else after that, and then this month I'm about to do something else. But if I had somebody to gas me up like that to work on one thing, I don't know where I would be at. And I'm not saying my parents didn't focus on that, but I think everybody should be like, yo, just take the initiative of not doing an ABC plan, but just do an A plan and stick to it. Fuck with it, vibe with it. But anyway, that's how I met AnonYmiss Sol. And and I decided to put her ass on my podcast because she talks too damn much. Nah.
It's okay.
I that poetry must be good with words.
I ain't wasting no energy on no words. We talking about something.
I need to calm some of this testosterone down around
here. Go and talk something right quick.
So that's why I go ahead and
go and give us a sneak peek. What you got cooking right now?
You can't put on Front Street on the first episode. I'm not about to you see how this is just how niggas be acting.
She supposed to have something in the clip.
What you got to say over there, Mr.
Mark.
Mark.
I'm saying, I thought about say something right quick. Say something.
Are you trying to put me on the spot?
On the first episode. Right. Watch out, Tohana di okay fungal right now.
I might, depending on how I feel. I just might. I ain't gonna sit here and say I won't, but I might.
I feel that.
Well, let's introduce you.
I got a question.
What was your question?
I mean, where you see yourself at in maybe 5 years from now?
Rich as fuck. And I'm the only, and I'm not saying rich as in money. I mean rich in life. Rich in spirit, like for real, being rich in all the areas of my life, like being on a whole different spectrum from where I am right now, and I truly believe that.
Bob Marley said,
I'm not. It's like I have. Go ahead, because I want to hear that.
Bob Marley said what he said when he got asked a similar question. What is richness? Richness is life. That is richness. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I agree.
Yeah. He really, that right there, that's what
he's like, I don't have riches, I have life.
And they get lost in materialistic things. So that's not something that I focus on. I want to be able to strive to my fullest, and get to where God want me to be, not where I used to be materialistic. Where God needs me to be at. Mm-hmm. So ain't no telling, to be honest. But I know I'm gonna be in a better place than where I am right now. Be living out my dream.
How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
22.
Girl, bye. She said she gonna be in a better place. Look, let me say, you 22 years old, you young.
That's the whole point.
And that's the whole thing. Make sure you start grinding young.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
So you can actually get to your altitude of where you need to be at.
What's your social security number?
Nigga,
get
what?
the fuck.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. I was make sure you was on point. That's it.
Oh, I'm always on point. First of all,
I'm almost got it out.
734.
I was like,
what made you want to ask me? Was I on point like
that?
Just
making sure you ain't, you on the point like a thorn out here.
I just seen how you were just going with it.
That's the other shit.
Okay.
Number one, do not give out the social security number.
Never.
Don't ever do that shit.
Everybody might goddamn have a check.
Man, he tried it though. But Mr. I'm always saying Mr. District 4. Yeah, let's hear about you. Where you from?
I know his real name. I can say the name.
Man,
where you from, man?
District 4. I'm gonna have to call him D4.
Yeah, D4. Or just 4, whatever you want to call me. Whatever y'all want to call me. But I'm from Southport though. Southport, North Carolina. That's what OGs.
Shout out to Southport. I got a lot of friends out there. I got family members out there.
Yeah, RP
family in the
man,
sense of
RP
in-laws.
Easy.
Shout out. You know who you are if you see me.
Hey.
Shout out to y'all. Much love.
If you don't mind me
RP
asking,
all them boys.
where did you get the name? Where District 4 from? Like, what does that mean?
Honestly,
What does it mean for you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what we got it from.
I was nervous
But,
about that. Go ahead.
ain't
I'm a
no
little
capping.
nervous about that. Hey, Lola, I'm a little
Yeah.
nervous about that. Oh.
Nah,
Nah,
I'm
go
saying
ahead. You good?
like back in the day, you know what I'm saying, probably about when we was little kids, we always called Southport like what bird game. First it was niggas threw it up like that, like you know what I'm saying. Niggas used to say brrr.
That's
You know what I'm
ugly.
saying? I
I
tell you,
remember
bird game.
I
It was
remember
like
that shit
That's
ugly as
real.
well. I
Telling
remember
you.
that though. I
Niggas
remember
used to
that.
say that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We was doing that for a while. And then I said, RP to my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Mark, man, he came up with Zone 4.
Right.
And this was before Atlanta. I say no disrespect to Atlanta because I fuck with Atlanta hard body. Like, all my business coming from Atlanta, all my
Right.
people. I got
Right.
family out there.
Right.
But this is before, you know what I'm saying, you heard of Zone 4 in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying, he changed it to Zone 4 and everybody was rocking with it like this. You know what I'm saying? Rocking with it like that. That's how we threw it up. And then after Mark, man, passed away, you know what I'm saying? I said, everybody stuck on the Zone 4, you know what I'm saying? But I just like, I need something broader, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need something other than the Zone. Because that's whenever you heard Zone 4 Atlanta,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Mark
So-
Man was a person of really magnanimous individual.
Yeah.
And his life got short based on some violence that I won't go in detail because I don't like to manifest that energy. But we went to school with him and he died while he was still in school at a very, very young age. So
Yeah, that boy
high
was,
school.
that boy was supposed to be in NFL. For
Yeah,
real.
it was, yeah.
My condolences to y'all
Oh, yeah.
on
For
that.
real. I appreciate it. But yeah, so that was after Mark Man died, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I need something broader. You know what I'm saying? I was doing the music. I wasn't doing the heavy, you know what I'm saying? I was just doing it just to do
I
it.
remember. He wasn't doing it, nah.
Yeah, I wasn't
he
doing
ain't
it
had
like
the juice
that.
yet, but I saw him at potential.
you
Yeah,
know
I remember
what I'm
that.
saying?
I
That's
remember
what-
that.
You know what I'm saying? That's before I even met Barbarian Clique, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I
for
remember
real.
that. Nah, I remember that.
But yeah, so that's whenever I was like, I need something else other than Zone. So I just started researching. And I seen that, you know what I'm saying, another word for Zone was District. And then I
Right.
remember me going to the movie, seeing The Hunger Games. And then when I said
That
District,
shit crazy.
That shit
bro.
is
And that's
crazy.
where it
I
came
was
from
like-
right there.
And if you look
All
at that
right.
movie
Four.
now, and
Yeah,
it's so
that
it
is-
reverberates so
man.
much now
Yep.
yeah.
to some truth. It's
That's
almost like
real
that's why
shit.
I fuck with the Matrix.
Yeah.
The Matrix reflects reality,
Man, you would
just
never
like
get
that
tired
that
of that
movie
movie.
does. But
Matrix
go ahead,
and
continue.
the-
I'm sorry.
the
Go ahead.
Simpsons,
Go ahead.
nigga.
So that's why I'm saying
The
that's where I got
Simpsons
the
too?
name from, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I came up with the name, that's why I just stuck with it. Because I was going by A1 the God, but due to spiritual beliefs, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Damn.
feel like that no man should. I mean, you never know what's going on in this world, but I don't feel like no man should necessarily call themselves,
Oh God.
a
I
God.
feel
know
you.
what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
feel you.
But you
A
know what I'm
lot of
saying?
people have a God complexity.
That's
Yeah, you feel
that's
me?
facts.
I know I do when I get on the stage. It can't be helped.
Yeah, you feel me
Cannot be
now?
helped
Like it's don't get me
sometimes.
wrong,
We
it's
are
some,
made in the image of God.
Exactly.
Trust and
Right.
believe. But
see,
as
and
far
that's-
as taking credit for
Nah, I
that
can't take
energy, I
credit
feel
for
where
that
you're coming
energy.
Yeah,
from with
see, and I
that.
had to change it because I was starting to get too much adversity about it. Was like, you know what I'm saying? Some people like, are you calling yourself God? Maybe I should have kept it that way because it could have gave me a chance to have all those people, you know what I'm saying, ask me that question, but me said it straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And God, you know what I'm saying? That
right.
way he know.
But God, I mean,
I
the
ain't-
See, that's-
magnanimous know
but
your
he's a
heart.
jealous
That's
You know what I
what's
mean? The Almighty
crazy.
know your heart. So
Yeah,
you
he
gotta
do.
look at
Like,
it from.
He do.
But I
The
hear
fact
where
that-
you're coming from.
The
So-
fact that you say you used to go by this name. I used to call myself Marsav the Savage. I was on some savage ass shit.
I remember that.
I'ma just say that because
Marcel
now
the Savage.
I literally go by AnonYmiss Sol, and the reason why I call myself AnonYmiss Sol is because I want to remain unknown with the truth to be told, and that's just that. Like it has more meaning and it gives me more power and more energy.
Yeah,
and
I know
it's
that
like,
got meaning.
you know, like
Shit.
it's deeper and it's on a different type of level. Like it's not just AnonYmiss Sol. Like nah,
yeah.
it has a deep meaning.
Where do
like,
you see yourself, Defo? That's a weird. I'm never
Defo.
gonna off the record. I'm never gonna call him Defo. On his camera, I'm gonna call him
Facts.
Defo. That's what you want to be. I'm gonna respect that. You know what I mean? But where you see yourself, my friend. Technically, he fam because I married his cousin. Where do you see
Real
yourself?
shit.
4, 8 years from now.
4, 8 years from now, I can really say I see myself doing what I love, and that's just making this music just because of I took the sacrifices to put myself in that position. And maybe after, you know what I'm saying, I get a couple songs that's actually out there, you know what I'm saying, that's produced and all that. That's whenever I start, you know what I'm saying, venturing out, trying to help other people, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right, you got to.
wish I had the help that, you know what I'm saying, I'm receiving
You gotta
now.
push yourself. A lot of
You know
people
what
don't
I'm saying?
understand that. Man, put me on, man.
Yeah.
Put me on. You have to. Sometimes you have to be selfish before you become unselfish.
Man.
Yeah, and the only reason why I'm receiving help is just because I actually invested into myself.
Right.
Right.
And my next question is, why do you make music? You might hear my son. That's my son in the background now.
Told him to
Getting
put
that
him on the
breast
table or
milk,
something.
boy.
Oh, he getting that breast milk.
The reason why I make music.
Like what? Well, yeah. Like why? Not only just why you do music. What?
What inspires
Like
you
what
to do it?
inspired you? Because I know for me, what inspired me was basically 10 years old. I wasn't reading at 10 years old.
Yeah.
In fact, when Mark knew me in elementary school, he don't know I didn't know how to read then.
Nigga, I didn't either.
I'm fucking dead, man.
That nigga lying.
To middle school, they threw me in that reading class, and shit, I've been reading
My
ever
grandmother,
since.
my
boy.
grandmother's an
Okay.
English
They
professor.
thought I was slow.
And I found out I had what's called vowel dyslexia.
I got that shit. I think I do that. I think I got
Only
that
the
shit, bro.
vowels flip sometimes. And now, I mean, my grandmother, thank God she was an English professor, sat down, blase, showed me what I need to do.
Yeah,
And
your grandma was
Oh,
proud
that's
of
what's
you for
up.
that, man.
Yeah,
My grandma
that's
damn
what's
For
sure.
real.
But yeah, back to you. I'm sorry to jump off subject. It's not
you
about
good.
me. I'm being narcissistic. I can't stand narcissism. But anyway, so why?
Y'all.
So why? They laughing at my list. It just
No,
in case y'all know,
That ain't
my
me.
niggas laughing at my. Okay, so English is a
That shit be
hard.
funny,
It's
boy.
hard for me. I'm supposed to be speaking like the African tongue, you know.
Yeah, you supposed
You know, I'm
to
supposed to be
sound like
speaking
you
some
from
other
Africa,
shit.
my nigga. Like,
You know what I mean? So, you know,
That
and
nigga's
I got
from
family in Algeria. So shout out to Algeria and Africa.
Okay.
God.
But yeah, I want to know. Fuck y'all. I want to know what inspired you to get that fire and that drive and to have perseverance to make music, not just for yourself. I want to know why you make it. Why do you make music? Not just the inspiration, but the why factor. Why do you do what you do when it comes to music?
The wild factor for me is because, to be honest, I mean, we used to do this, man, being in the streets. If you choose to be, because being in the streets is a choice, but if you choose to be in the streets, you gotta find something to cope with. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right. Music is the
Thanks.
biggest language in this world.
yeah, you
So
know what I'm
that's
saying?
a coping mechanism, right?
Like, so whenever I started writing, like I remember one time I heard my mama writing a gospel song, but she was just writing it as a prayer. I mean, a prayer. You know what I'm saying? But she
Right.
turned it into a song.
Right.
So I'm thinking, like, damn, my mama, she an artist. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I used to goddamn pick up under the door. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure
Right.
my mama was straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I love her that much. But, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to mama. You know who you are.
you feel me?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? So when I used to do that, I heard her one night and I'm just like, yo, she can do that, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was pretty fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I hear her do that, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, well, if she can express like that, I need something to express because I had a not so easy childhood. I wouldn't say it was the hardest, but it wasn't easy. You feel me?
Right.
Everybody go through that. But
I relate to, but pain necessary. Let me tell you something about people who go through pain. You ever met somebody who's like basically tablespoon fed? And you were like, damn, they got everything given to them. But
they don't know how to deal with
struggle.
shit.
When you go through the grind and the struggle and the adversities that you have to go through, that make you a stronger motherfucker.
yeah, for real.
So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hearing that, like I was right, you know what I'm saying? And I eventually will hook up with some of my buddies, you know what I'm saying, when I came down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I hook up with some of my partners, you know what I'm saying? I really figured out, I thought they was just buddies, but really figured out these niggas was my cousin and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hooked up with some of these niggas and they was better than me. Like I didn't even know how to put what a bar was. When a nigga
I
said,
still don't know what
Be
bar
like
is.
that.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
feel me?
even
Like,
write-
what-
I don't even
yeah,
write
I
like
don't-
that.
yeah,
But
me
yeah, I
either.
get,
I
yeah,
just-
yeah. I just
I
right.
just write, you feel me? So
And it just come out the way it is.
yeah, they taught me how to, you know what I'm saying, what a bar was, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I used to want to be like them, like for real.
Right.
Like, but I just took it to myself to just write, because that's how, like, every time I got mad, like, all I do. I used to get kicked out of class just because I was
became
right.
your therapeutic
Yeah.
counselor.
Good
to
shit.
write.
It was a good
Oh, no,
one.
I understand,
That's some
bro.
good shit.
And then I made like
understand.
one song. Matter of fact, I believe whenever me and Cam Cam Scott, you know what I'm saying? Shout out that boy.
Shout out to Cam boy, Scott
You know what I'm
boy.
saying? Shout out to Killer, you know what I'm saying?
Would that be that Cam?
But you know what I'm saying? Whenever me and Cam messed around, you know what I'm saying, on that track, you know what I'm saying, messing with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was the first people that was telling me to take it serious.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So after that, you know what I'm saying, that's when I took it serious.
The thing is, and I'm sorry, I don't believe in superstition, but a lot of my friends, Jamal, you know who the fuck you are. Aaron, you know who you are. DJ Barbarian, them niggas be like, you always see the good qualities in somebody on where they could potentially go. Let me tell you something. When I first heard your boy what's the nickname?
D4
District Four. D4. Okay.
Yeah, well, at that point in time, it was like
when I first heard
Jackson or some
D4,
shit.
I heard potential. Now everybody else probably around him, you could tell he knew he a little nervous. Nah, but you got to look beyond that. What you heard was passion. This nigga had something. And I'm like, just strive for it. I don't care if you're going to be associated with me, to strive for anybody else or whatever. Just do what you got to do. Fuck everybody else and just do what you necessarily have to do to be productive in that craft. And I said, I promise you 3 years from where you starting at now, you'll be a better artist. And,
definitely.
and look at, you know what I mean? I remember that.
Yeah, definitely, you know what I'm saying, I turned into that because I remember nights, you know what I'm saying, sitting in hotels. You know what I'm saying? I was out there in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Dallas, Texas, Oak Cliff, you know what I'm saying?
Dallas.
But being out there in Dallas, Texas, you know what I'm saying? I seen a lot of shit out there, you know what I'm saying? And that's really whenever I really locked in, you know what I'm saying? My brother Ville, shout out to Ville. But he, you know what I'm saying, really, we put a CD out, you know what I'm saying? But after that CD, that was in high school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get out of high school, still taking it serious, trying to take it serious. And I'm just started getting behind the video, really. You know what I'm saying? I really went to school, college for, you know what I'm saying, videography.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I started, you know what I'm saying,
Videography
dipping
dope.
around, you know what I'm saying, just trying to get myself
I
out
go. I
there
should have
anyway.
been videography. I remember it. I ain't gonna never forget when I was a little video dude for them in South
Yeah, you
Brunswick
feel
on
me?
that basketball team and Mr. McDuffie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out. You know who you are. You
Yeah,
know, I
shout
know
out
who you
Coach
are.
McDuffie, old boy,
Man,
I'm
Skeet. Oh, peanut head. You know?
Go Skeet.
Oh, bro, no.
yeah.
Nah, let's stop
Go
it.
ahead.
Hey, don't cancel that. I'm dead serious. But anyway,
Definitely was a-
but
that
yeah,
was cool,
videography was just, that was always like
Yeah, that's gonna be my
side thing for me. It wasn't really, I never took it to heart, but the fact that you took it to heart
that's gonna be
and
my
DJ
second
Barbarian
plan.
took that to heart, I'm like, yo, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be my second plan whenever all this music shit get done with. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a videographer. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, I did
videography
that.
is fun, man.
I did
It's-
that for a while.
If you could, I like photography is really where my heart is. But
Yeah.
videography,
I love that video,
definitely,
you know what I'm saying?
I
That
fucks
video
with
is dope, you know what I'm saying? So after I did that, that's whenever I came back home, you know what I'm saying, due to my grandpa. But,
it. Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I made another song, and that's when I met this label, AE, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to AE, you know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't even be in the position I'm in now, because I got my first video
when
that's
when the door
actually...
closes in your face, there's a window of opportunity that
Amen.
may
Speak
aware.
that shit.
Yeah.
And they open.
Speak
You
that
jump
shit.
out the fucking window, and you will land into opportunity. I promise.
You know, it's not like I got my first video, I'm saying mainstream. I'm talking about like...
I saw it.
Word.
yeah,
It's fucking fire.
there's a video called...
It's dope. I'm proud of you. I never said. I
appreciate
don't
it.
even think I even said that.
What's the name of the video?
But I'm
It's
proud of you.
S.N.
It's that in.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That video
But,
is dope. It actually
it's-
got good effects. It ain't no damn. It's not no 480p. It ain't no 1080p. That shit 4K. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And nah, I fucks with that.
I appreciate
fucks
it,
with
yeah.
that. You gotta strive for greatness. And sometimes you have to leave people behind to do it, but you have to do it for yourself.
Because
and,
if you...
and at the end of the day, when you achieve going to the peak of the mountain, whatever pinnacle you see yourself at, then it's easy to be like, all right, let me go ahead and bring you up.
Really?
But you got to be careful with a lot of people who are crabs in a bucket. While you try to bring them up, they want to still bring on other leeches and
jeez.
4 or 5 other people out the motherfucking bucket. You got to sometimes it may hurt. Trust me,
Gotta
I
let
cut
they
off
ass
a lot
the
of
fuck
niggas and you
go.
know who you are.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get that sword, that Excalibur like King Arthur. Sling!
Cut it off.
Sling! You know what I mean? Just keep,
Yeah,
It
that's
grow
right.
back. They crabs. You know what I mean? It grow back.
Fucking
Nah, I
crap.
definitely
I don't know
had
if
to
a
do
crab
that.
arm.
That's a
It
lizard.
don't. That's a lizard. Yeah.
I
But it grow
definitely
back.
had
That shit
to
don't
do
grow back.
that.
That shit going, it's going.
Yeah, putting that video out, man. I had that song for like almost 4 years now.
And you just
I'm
not
saying
putting it
I
out.
just put it out not even
That's
5
how
months
you gotta
ago.
let
That's
that
how you
shit
gotta let
marinate.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's sitting there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me tell you something. I
100 something
understand.
K
I've been
views.
making music. I'm working on a 31 project, and I understand. Sometimes you gotta let shit marinate. I'm just taking my time, just keep doing what you're doing.
Definitely,
And
brother.
before I switch subject, Mark, do you have any? Because I know Mark ain't an artist.
Yeah, Mark, what do you
He
do?
ain't got no bars, but you know.
I ain't got no bar.
But you
That
know
nigga's
what
a
Mark be
music
doing on this?
finesse.
You know, let's make sure what my nigga Wolf's be doing on this free time.
On my free time?
On your free time. What besides like what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, what do
Man,
you do on your
what
free
do
time?
Bro, what I do,
know, bro. You from the hood? I
Man.
want to know what you do.
man, it's
Nigga got
crazy.
the hoodie with the hat. I can't
Bruh.
take this nigga serious. What the fuck? Which nigga
real.
any nigga? Look, my nigga in my own damn house with
I
the
was
hoodie and the
hot
hat.
shit.
What the fuck?
It was kind of cold in here when I.
Yeah,
I ain't the
swear
person
to
to
God,
complain about the
It's hot as
cold.
hell.
You see
Yeah,
me
these
with
lights
the
do be
big
Y'all
crazy.
talking about y'all cold.
These lights crazy.
marshmallow on me,
Bro,
man.
I'm hot. I'm sweating that right now.
I'm about to sweat.
For real.
I'm about there because it's.
But
Mark, what the fuck you be doing, bro?
man,
liquor.
to be honest with you, man, I be looking at them fuck. I be on that stock market, bro.
Word.
I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I
That's
be
real.
on that shit.
Man, y'all playing with me.
I ain't gonna
You
lie.
on
playing with me.
Forex too?
Huh?
On Forex?
What you know about
Nah, the
Forex
four.
trading?
Yeah.
What y'all know about that Forex? First
Man,
of all,
What
What?
y'all know about that?
And
Let
I'm trying to
the
make some money.
I'm trying to make some
man.
bread.
Yo,
but I be on that
be on
stock.
that shit.
Man, I be
You
on
on
that
it?
stock market.
Yeah,
I be looking at
man.
stocks all day.
Man, stocks
and that
is real
shit,
bad.
Which
man.
one up right now? What is
I think all of them was down. Trump announced that fucking that he got
That's
COVID
Forex
and
trading right
everything
there.
shot the fuck down.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about that.
I don't know what's going on. Mark, you already.
I just man,
You out here, you just trying
somebody
to
a
make some bread,
cheat.
man.
Yeah, I
we
just,
gotta go back to
That's
that.
good.
man, this
We
man.
gotta
That's
go
some
back
good
to that.
shit.
We all know Mark been talking about the stock shit, and I
I
might have
get
to
we
dedicate
will.
an episode in the future
Man.
based on equity talk,
Right
based
now.
on stock talk,
Right now on excuse my phone, y'all, but
based
yeah,
on dividends.
I'm on what's that app? Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I was up $1. You know what I'm saying? Because I done invested into Tesla and Amazon.
Yeah,
I took my 40 out of iTunes. No, it was Apple. I ain't gonna lie, they
You
made
need
me
to put
about
it back in.
$10.
You need to put it back in.
They made me about
Apple got
that
$10.
stock
Okay,
split.
Apple just became the richest company in the world. I think $3
Mm-hmm.
trillion. Y'all can fact check me, leave a comment. Blasey
It's
blasey.
something up there. Some number like
What
that.
other topics we also got to
But
talk
don't worry about it, because as we
Proud
speaking
Boys.
right now, I'm about to invest into it
The
right
Proud
now.
Boys.
hell yeah, shit. They probably like
And Black Lives Matter at the same time.
Okay, so
That's gonna be a real topic.
I
I'll let
saw-
y'all know. Hold on, can I please say this? Just one thing. Please do not come in this podcast with no emotions.
Word.
They heard me. They heard me. Do not come in this podcast with any emotions at this time.
I
And
don't
if
have
y'all
no
do,
emotions.
I'm so sorry. But this is a very serious
sound
topic that
monotone, I
has
have
to
no
be talked
emotion.
about.
Nah, myself.
And it does not involve emotion. Because if you have emotions in this, you're gonna
Okay,
get pissed
but
off.
I'm gonna let you introduce.
Point blank,
I want you
period.
to introduce the topic then, because
So there was some
a situation.
it was a group, okay, that is, I guess they're branched off of the white supremacists or the supremacists, whatever y'all want to call them, and they were on the Gaines show, I think, where there was a man that was talking about basically, if y'all have a problem with Trump supporters or
Choke
to the
them.
Trump supporters, take anybody out, assassinate, kill them, choke them, no matter what color they are. They just literally said that violence is the answer to the situation that we are in, basically. And I'm all against that shit. But if you come around me, excuse
no,
me.
you good. I was laughing
Because I
you
was
just
really about to snap.
No, go ahead.
But,
No, go
I
ahead.
just-
Continue.
I do not feel like violence is the answer to everything. Because if you go to the wrong person with talking that mess, you gonna get
Shit.
dealt with accordingly. And I'm gonna just say that because y'all talking about how y'all got these guns
blower.
and y'all posted up and everything, you will get blown out just like how y'all trying to do
Shit,
us.
I think we ain't did
So-
enough
You
better
violence
quit
yet.
playing.
So let me ask you a
And I'm
question
just-
before you dove in that
I'm not
in
trying
that
to dog
area.
nobody. Like I
In that
said,
area, let me just
it's
ask
a
you this
topic
question.
that's-
What do you think? How do you feel when Donald Trump made that statement when it came to Joe Biden?
Where he was
And it was
asked
asked
if he was going to tell the white supremacists and the Proud Boys to stand down. He said stand down.
back.
This man said that he would tell them to stand back and stand by.
How did
If
that
y'all
make,
don't know what stand by means,
when you got that,
when I heard that, I will not. I kid you not. My spirit, my whole body, I felt chills
okay,
all
so
over.
let me interject real quick. When I first got that information
Man.
from that statement that the commander in chief stated that information, in my brain,
We at war.
in my brain, I was it was anger.
Man, no.
But what I realized was there was a memo I've read a couple of years ago that stated about the United States government
Right.
having a propaganda program They've been pushing it through radio. They've been pushing it through the news.
You told me about that earlier.
And they want to literally make you feel some type of a way with propaganda. They want you to be angry and go out and commit crimes and then do this and do that because it's beneficial for the government.
Right.
So when I got that energy to want to just be like, you know what, fuck everything that came out his mouth, fuck the whole Republican Party, fuck the Democrat, fuck the whole policy. I started really thinking about it. And I'm like, this is what they want, though. They want a reaction of negativism. They want me to go out and have literally do injustice towards an opposite party, and it shouldn't really even be about that.
Nope.
It should be the government. Let me tell you something, and y'all can cancel me if you want to. The government do not want the unification of white and black people.
Nope.
The government do not want the unification between Democrats and Republicans.
And
Why? People may ask. Look at the history on the separation issues.
Yep.
When I went to a Black Lives Matter event, shout out to Israel Swartzen. When I went there, the most beautiful thing I've seen was the unification between black and white people. It wasn't Martin Luther King 1967 speech where 98% of the people was black. There was white people there that was associated. Shout out to my Caucasians, you know who the fuck you are. I'm just saying that it is unacceptable. My podcasts do not tolerate discrimination.
At all.
And I don't tolerate separationalism.
Right.
Like that to me is like, when Trump made that statement, he alienated me. I don't like Biden and I don't like Trump. I'm neither Democratic or Republican because I think all parties, look, a real president need to look out for both parties. I don't care about all of this mischief of conspiracy.
It's never one-sided. No.
No,
when it has the
like if Pavlos and Crips got along, what Kendrick Lamar said, my ass would be down. If and some people y'all can argue about that. Well, wait a minute, that's really gang. That's a gang.
No,
if
but
they was
real
unified,
shit. That is powerful as fuck. Like a lot of people don't see that.
Can't be stopped.
No,
man.
And but
that
if
situation
niggas
is
really, I ain't gonna get into all of that right now, cause you see me. You see me. I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't incriminating nothing.
Nothing.
You
But-
ain't got to.
No, like I was saying, man, if you really knew your history behind that, like, it's no way that you can get mad about a Crip talking to a Blood or a Blood talking
That's
to a Crip.
facts,
You
man.
cannot get
It's
mad
not-
about
And
it.
with
Just
that
about
ideology, this is why I didn't cancel none of my Republican friends. I'm not about to get mad about my Republican friends
Because they don't agree with
because
you.
they don't agree with me.
Or
And
they
you know who
believe
you
in
are. I
something
still
different.
fuck with you. You see me on Facebook. You know who I'm talking about. Come on my show and we could talk about it.
Democrats blue and damn Republicans
It,
red.
Republicans,
too.
it's the same
Shit.
ideology in a sense.
Facts.
Come on.
Come on,
My
speak
thing
that.
is, I
I
don't
need
like
that.
separation. I don't like the ideology of separation. Like, nah, the government don't want unified. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see a redneck be cool with a black person. And you know who you are. Shout out to my rednecks, my
know
real
what was-
rednecks
you know what
who are
was
not
crazy?
hating somebody based on the color of their skin, but rather hating somebody based on the attribute of hate.
You know what's crazy on that debate? Y'all seen that debate?
Microphone checks.
Oh, shit,
what
my
was
fault. Damn,
crazy?
shit. The debate. Y'all see the debate? When
Yes,
they
that's
was
what
debating?
that's what
Did
she was
you
talking
watch
about.
it?
That motherfucker Trump is Trump is a nigga.
No,
Trump is a
gangster.
whole nigga.
Trump is a gangster.
He's with the mafia. Put it
Exactly.
like
He
that.
has some mafia
Yo,
Yeah, he's
tactics.
with
Trump.
he got a lot of
Yo, did you
mafia
see?
friends.
Did you see
They
what
do
he
a
was
lot of
talking
cocaine.
about? You see
What
what
he
he was
say?
talking about that boy's son?
Biden. So Bo Biden
Biden's
died.
son. He was like he was taking them low blows, bro. I'm like, yo, he's
So he
saying
was
this shit
getting
on.
personal.
Yeah, he was like,
Bro,
your son was
I'm
on
not
I
gonna
dope.
lie.
watch that shit, man.
Your
But
son
you a
got
president, you
discharged.
I'm
That's
not
why
gonna
that
lie.
shit is for entertainment.
Yeah, that shit for entertainment, bro. He's a
It's
whole
entertainment.
Trump
That's a great
sick, bro.
set.
I
He
gotta
don't
ask
play
all
fair.
three of y'all a
Entertainment.
question. Okay.
Trump don't play fair, bro.
So y'all watched The Simpsons before, right?
Damn right.
They
Boom, how
had
my nigga.
They
they
predictions.
had a lot of predictions.
Come on,
Hell
son.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
You think he about to
not-
die or
yeah,
what?
Okay, look. That's
You
like
think he
with
gonna get
Family
toasted or
Guy,
not?
No comment.
with American
No comment.
Dad.
No comment. We
No
might
comment.
get canceled.
Any of them
We might get
adult
canceled.
shows.
We might get canceled. He might be looking. Yeah, never mind.
No comment. No comment.
Nah, that's what they do. They put, and that's like with all of the movies that come out of Hollywood. If y'all don't pay attention to the movies that come out, bro, that's the shit that they be talking about. How with the Purge,
It's
the
called-
Purge, all of the movies with the world ending. Like there's
Think
the
about it from a
predictions.
government perspective.
They want to see how you're going going to react
If
to
I
this shit. That's really
declassify
what
some
it is.
top secret information for people to read it, make movies of it, slowly gifts you to have a
Yeah,
certain
like
mentality.
having that mentality, being
You start
basically
believing it.
being
And how
prepared
about-
and ready
And
for
a
some
prime
shit like
example
that
of
to
that,
happen.
and I might lose
Go
some of
ahead.
y'all on this statement.
Go ahead now.
I want you to Google Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
I just feel like I just
Bob
heard that name.
Lazar.
Spell it for the people.
Okay.
Bob Lazar, B-O-B.
B.O.B. Yeah.
Lazar, L-A-Z-A-R. And
Man,
if I
some
spell
people
it
might
wrong,
have
fuck
thought.
y'all.
Man, some people thought
You
that
know
shit
what
was
I'm
crazy.
saying? Well, I'm
Lamar,
getting at is-
Lazar, moved his M and the Z.
Bob Lazar stated years ago that Area 51 does exist. I'm not gonna go into detail.
Okay,
with it,
I
right?
pray
Listen,
that
hold on,
nobody
hold on,
did not
hold on.
do
Barely
that.
drive by
This
that
was
bitch.
years ago. Years. I'm talking about like 2 decades in the 80s. The United States of America in 2019 finally disclosed that Area 51 is in fact a military operation base.
I got a question.
But I won't go in detail on everything about Bob Lazar because it's on some other shit. Go ahead.
I pray that none of y'all didn't think that Area 51 did not exist.
Oh, I
okay?
knew all that.
That
I
wasn't even
believe
a
in all-
question. That's just a statement.
And they got
because,
them aliens in there. They got
Hell
them
yeah, aliens.
dinosaurs.
I know
y'all
it's
ain't
all
never
different kind of
experienced
creatures around
seeing
this
no
motherfucker.
UFO. Y'all ain't never seen one before.
I seen one.
I seen one. I believe in
Hold
all
on.
that shit.
Come on now.
I can't actually say that I actually
No, I
seen,
seen that motherfucker. I
like a
seen it.
circle of devices.
I seen some shit in the sky.
Yeah, nah. I seen some
Right?
spooky shit, but I
done
don't fuck with that
seen it,
spooky
and
shit, my
I done seen
nigga.
it a couple times.
Like,
that shit is real, bro.
Let me
I
tell you
do some
something.
shit, but I
I
don't fuck with
won't
that
go
spooky
in
shit.
this. I
We ain't
won't go-
taking care of this
I won't-
planet
I
like we
won't-
supposed
I
If
to.
you
won't-
believe that
I'm not
giants walked
agreeing
on
or
this earth, you got
disagreeing
to believe some
with any
shit
of
like
their
that.
statements. But I'm gonna switch topic based on this. I want you to look at every ancient civilization that has
Bruh.
ever existed on this planet. Hold on. I want you to look at every ancient civilization that ever existed on this planet. And you will realize they have things in common that we cannot replicate. We cannot make a 250-ton stone with that is precisely cut to the hair, the width of a human hair.
Speak that shit,
We
bro.
can't. It's impossible. 250.
How were we able to move
like
that shit
tons? Nah,
if
nah.
it was us?
And I'm gonna leave it on this. If you look at Egypt, if you look at the pyramids in South America, the Mayans, the Aztecs, I'm talking about that, and you realize the reflection between the Orion Belt and Egypt. That's all.
All
I'm
the
gonna leave it
lines.
on that. I'm gonna leave it on
That's
that
some deep
because y'all
shit.
about to say, "Oh, the Timothy
Nah,
is
like,
an ancient alien conspiracist." No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying some of the facts is there. How the fuck do you build a pyramid? Prime example in Egypt, the base of the pyramid, if you multiply it to the circumference of the earth, it is almost perfect. How would you know that knowledge? The only way you can know that knowledge is if you was literally not on Earth. And I'm gonna end it on there.
You fucked me up right there. I ain't even bullshit.
I need to put the cup down.
My eyes started looking up like,
think about
nigga.
that shit, huh?
I need to put that cup down.
When I think, my
Talk
eyes
to
start
me.
going out. I be trying to think, I'm like, yo, this nigga.
Wait a minute.
No, that's
Hey,
some
but
shit
before
that
we-
ain't nobody thinking about.
Cause I got another topic. This is probably gonna bounce it off subject real quick.
It's cool.
But do y'all remember when we had a black president and how the black people took it? Excuse me for being so broad. But
Keep it 100. No, I don't beat around the
and
bush.
now that, you know what I'm saying, we got a so-called president that everybody's for some fucking reason like, and how they acting. Like, let's just talk about how we took it when we had our first black president, and then how they taking it now to whenever
We made
guess.
songs. I remember my
they get-
president is black.
I mean, but that's
Lambo
a song though.
Blue.
We didn't go out there and damn like,
No,
oh,
we
fuck
didn't.
all
But hey,
white people or
Yeah,
Got a
but I
question.
didn't go
You know what I'm
out. We
saying?
didn't
We
go
had
out and
only
say
how
fuck
many
white
black
people. No.
presidents?
You got, bro, I lie to you not. You got certain families out here that's so racist, bro. When they see
Yeah.
a black man jogging down the damn street, this man is getting attacked.
Yep.
I literally seen videos like that. So it's like, let's talk
Bruh.
about that for a second. How y'all
with
feel
that
We
about
can
being
talk about that. We can
said,
talk about that. We actually
The
could talk
fact
about that.
that every president that we have had that has been in charge of this, you get
Bro,
on
that's
my
what we're gonna be
damn
doing a
nerves, bro.
whole.
You get on my nerves with
podcast.
this. Look, okay, so yeah, like every president we done had
Work
has
that
been
mic,
white.
girl.
We've had only one.
Some will
and they can
argue there's
still-
one
you can-
president. There's one president that
Lincoln?
They
talking about Lincoln?
argument. The argument is he may not been
Clinton.
of the caucus
You talking about
color.
Lincoln?
Nah, you talking about Clinton?
I'm not even. One of them is Lincoln. They think Lincoln was part Indian, but anyway,
Lincoln.
I'm
just like what they
You know
say
what you
about-
were doing,
I'm
boy.
going to say this.
You
I'm
think
going to
you
say
slick,
this though,
boy.
and I'm sorry to interject.
No, you good.
There is a hidden agenda.
Mm-hmm.
There's many hidden agendas, but I'm mad that people don't see it. We had the United States of America gave you a black president, and then they turn around and gave you a white president. The complete opposite.
She was the get back.
What
Just
do you do?
facts.
How do you, if you want a country to have a civil war, you polarize their beliefs so much so that they will vote for a person where the policies doesn't even help them out. Think about it. Why would, if I drove past, and I'm not disrespecting anybody who's Republican.
Right.
I have family members who are, and you know who you are, you millionaire, but you motherfuckers. But anyway, what I'm getting at is this. I drove past a mobile home that probably had holes in the floor. And it had a Trump and a Pence sign up. And I'm thinking, his policies is not helping you
Helping
out.
your dumb
That's
ass.
facts.
His policies. I'm not even talking. Listen,
Your ass ain't got no
I'm
money,
not
yo.
even
Your ass is
talking
broke. You
about
don't give a
the-
fuck.
I'm not mad about somebody voting for Trump.
Right.
I'm mad that they don't know
They
what
don't know what the
voting
fuck.
for.
Yeah, your broke
He
ass.
is. Republicans always help out the rich.
Yeah.
I might vote for Trump if I was a billionaire.
Just because you know you're gonna help you out with that money, right?
I'm probably over exaggerating that
Nah,
statement.
but
I'm
that's
getting
how
at
they-
it.
I feel
What
you.
I'm getting-
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
do.
getting at
I
is
do.
if I have a constituent that is making sure I don't have to pay as much taxes.
Right.
You gonna vote for him no matter what the fuck he
like,
talking
it's gonna
about.
look good for your pockets.
Well. Like,
We
think
live
about
in
it.
a
Like,
different
really
time,
sit back
man.
and think about it. You have people voting for motherfuckers, and the policy is not even contributing to
Right.
them. Let me give you my perspective, and I might tell you who I'm gonna vote for. I don't know. I'll let you know in a minute.
I told you Kanye.
Get the fuck out of it. I'm gonna say this
Man,
though.
you know better.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Kanye might be
in
on
my
something,
situation, I'm
I
not a
tell you.
millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. So I don't fall in the aspect of getting a tax deduction. I don't own a business yet. Let me reiterate. I don't own a business yet. I don't fall in the avenue of having a tax break. Right? So if I vote for Trump, wouldn't his policies hurt me? Now, a lot of my
not
Republican
thinking about that
constituents,
shit,
and I want you to come on the show and talk about this. Well, Trump do this and Trump do that. But look at the policies that are being passed. Nobody want to talk about that. I think half of some of these people who say they vote for Trump ain't even looking at some of the fucking policies that he even signing off on.
They just
And the
like-
same thing over Biden. I don't like Biden.
He scared me.
Biden.
I don't like Biden
neither
and I don't
one.
like
It's
Trump.
The lesser of two
Hey,
evils.
man,
I don't like both
The lesser of
parties.
two
Them
evils.
motherfuckers got
Something, though.
dementia, bro.
The
What the
party
fuck is
system
you
to me is
doing trying to
whack.
run
That
a
nigga up to
country?
something. He definitely up to something.
Who, Biden?
Biden, yeah, he up
Yeah,
to
Biden
already
thing. I
know
think he
that.
about to have he
Now,
arguing away
people
from a
say,
stroke,
hey,
nigga.
hey,
definitely-
One more
A lot of
argument,
people
he gonna have a
say, well, he
stroke.
used to be the vice president for Obama. Wouldn't you give him a chance?
Biden got a whole different
But
agenda.
listen though. Nobody talked about
And that 94 crime bill.
the crime bill where he called black people
For real.
predators.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
bastard.
Let me rewind.
Ooh-wee.
Those
That's very
predators
strong.
are
We only
dangerous.
That's very.
Hillary
strong
Clinton was
right
on the same bandwagon with that policy. It's and you,
And then he was 70 years old then. How old is he now?
90, 80. I don't
He
know.
was 70 then, so his ass knew
there.
better.
Old as fuck.
Damn,
He ain't in his 90s. I think he's in the 70s or 80s.
Nah, he
Ain't
older
no way
than
that
Trump in the
boy 90
70s.
years old, boy,
Biden
that
like
boy
They
80.
both in
like
the
that.
70s, I think. Biden older than Trump.
Well,
Way
Biden,
older.
Biden is older than Trump.
Trump like 77.
I want people to just realize the policy. I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack on. I hate politics though. A
He
real
actually
real
74.
leader
74.
wouldn't
How old
worry
Biden?
about the whole.
I'm about to see.
They wouldn't worry about the whole avenue of their party.
77.
Oh, that got fucked up.
If I'm a running for a president, why would I be worried about? Like real talk though, if you really a real person wouldn't be so worried about their party, they'd be worried about the people.
That's
Yeah,
see,
you're right.
Let's
you're right.
unify the people.
would.
That's where
You
we
If
right.
I
are.
was
You're
Trump,
right.
let's put
You're right.
myself
I feel
in
that.
Trump's shoes.
I feel that. I swear.
If I've been asked the question, I'm about to let y'all talk. Give me like 2 more seconds, Aaron. I know I gotta get more time. Hold on. if I get the avenue of this, if somebody asks me, Timothy, do you support KKK? Do you, and I say, what about it? Who's that? What do you want me to say? What about Antifa? You know what? KKK, stand back and stay by. Or whatever.
Some gangster shit. I'm
just saying, like,
Gangster.
if you trying to unify people, you would not use the authority that you have to create confusion, to create negativism. You would use your authority to unify people. If I'm a president, I need my country to be unified. Motherfuckers worried about the wrong thing. Russia is out here laughing. China out here laughing.
Yeah, we look dumb as hell. We actually
and
look dumb.
motherfuckers thinking
Motherfuckers
like,
laughing
they're
at
worried
us.
about their party.
Oh shit.
It's bigger shit going on.
It's way bigger than a party.
Yeah, they don't
I'm gonna be
give-
quiet over that. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna
That shit
digress.
crazy
They don't get
as
America.
fuck,
Don't give a
man.
fuck.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they never did.
I'm not about to,
Never
but I'm
did.
going to say this though before I get off. I'm not about to cancel you if you're a Republican. I'm not about to cancel you if you're
Be
a
who
Democrat.
you are, man.
Just be who you are. But don't try to insinuate and try to change my mindset or my ideology of what I think. And you know who you are. I won't say no names, but you're a person at my job. You know who you are. Tim, you should vote for Trump. Tim, you need to vote for Trump. Trump is this. Trump is that. Stop. You know who you
Y'all
are.
do know that is the least
I
of our
am gonna say
problems
this,
at this
though.
point.
Politics should not be discussed
It
at
should
work.
not.
And I'm not going to tell you. You know who you are. I'm just saying. It's a great sadness that people want to interject on how you should think. Freedom of thought is a part of the attributes of this country. So what the fuck you trying to make me feel like?
Ain't no damn freedom of thought here. They tell you that
They
shit.
tell you that,
No, you
but they
got
don't
that.
Say
They
something crazy.
But see, that's the
Why you
thing.
think I ain't go that much detail about Bob Lazar?
They gonna be
That's what's
knocking here.
sad. Like, it's a contradiction upon itself on that end of the day. That is all a contradiction with all the politics that's going on, with us having to choose between two people to be our fucking president.
What's our next topic?
Being,
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, it's time to change that shit up, bro.
But I'm
Man,
gonna say this though. You right.
I'm just saying, because if you think about it, how the fuck can one person be in charge of over
I want you to microphone
billion
check,
people?
but you is right.
How many? Okay, like I just said, why is one person in charge of
United
billions
States of
of
America.
people? Like, how do you think that is gonna work? You can't do that, bro. We should literally not have the government that's in place right now. That bitch need to come right the fuck down. That's all I gotta say. No
I'm gonna say
dynasty
this
lasts
though.
forever.
I'm gonna say this though.
Cause this shit ain't doing nothing for us.
If you, the old folks would say, shout out to my old folks.
And
Yeah,
let's
shout
listen to
out
the
to
The
elders.
real government is God.
Amen. And that's the thing.
That's
man.
why shit
like,
fucking
that's
up right
the
now.
Problem.
I feel
And
that.
a lot of
I
people,
take it
you have a
on.
lot
That
of
nigga
countries.
God talking now.
You have a lot of countries. You have a lot of people who don't put God in the equation. When I got married, you know why I put God? And this, I'm the most non-religion. I question religion. I don't question God. I have to put God in my marriage.
Amen.
You know, when I got married, I need God in there because I don't want to fail, and I need the power to be productive. Right? You got a lot of people just don't even associate that with no more.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, so
With life
and that's
itself.
okay. What's gonna happen is, actions speak louder than words, and when you lose the grace of your God, whatever your religion is, I feel like you kind of fall in a sense, because you got a lot of people looking up to the wrong things. You got some people looking up to snakes. You got some people looking up to
Medusa?
cancers. You got some people looking up to concubines. You got some people looking up to parasites. And when I say that, I'm using cold talk.
I mean, shit, straight up. You got people that's out here worshiping the devil.
They worshiping
Bruh.
celebrities.
Idols.
Yes. They have
I
idols.
can't. Shout out to one of my favorite producers is Kanye West, besides DJ Barbarian, right?
Like, I feel like
Trying
when
to
I
play
get on
Kanye, that nigga.
so-called idol status, like, bro, I'm gonna tell each and every one of my million people that's following me, or like, don't follow me. Like, bro, you better believe in who I believe in.
Don't sign no contract.
Right, you feel me? Like,
That's
if you
all I
don't
gotta
believe in
say.
who I
Don't sign
believe
no
in, then why the
contract.
hell is you even
That's
listening
facts.
to my music?
That's
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
Because everything that I put out, whether it's you so-called say is negative, you know what I'm saying? I might talk about shit that I don't necessarily talk about, you know what I'm saying? Need to be talking about, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, I don't feel like it's promoting violence. It's just me doing what I do in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like I ain't
right.
saying
Facts
I
right
agree
there.
to it. You know what I'm saying?
Even
But
if it seems violent, let me tell you something.
you feel me?
It's a lot of people, man. We as Homo sapiens don't even know how to be human anymore. We don't even know. You get canceled nowadays because you have and shout out to my family members who represent the LGBTQIA community.
LBGYT.
But you got people in the I'm gonna give you an example. You got people in the LGBTQIA community who would cancel you because you're not agreeing with their ideology.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's not fair, though.
But
That's
That's
something
not
that
fair. That's not fair. Like, I'm not knocking. What I'm getting at is you trying to input.
You trying to put your
Reasons-
shit.
Yeah,
you trying to
that's
make me
fair.
Y'all,
like no,
that's-
bitch.
That's what I was
No,
speaking on.
motherfucker.
Reasons being of that is when people involve their emotions and they put it behind certain things that does not involve emotion. Like if you are having a conversation or say a debate, you do not debate with emotions.
No, hell
You're
no.
going to get pissed off. You're going to feel some type of way. You're going to feel like you have to deflect that energy that's coming to you.
A lot of
Yeah,
people
you
don't
gonna
know
feel
that.
like
Like, and
everybody
that's,
against you.
bro, like that's the problem. That's
You
why
gonna
you
feel like
get
everybody
angry. You
against
feel like
you.
you're
Straight
being
up.
judged. You feel like you're being taunted or tormented because of how you are. When in reality, you just being weak-minded and not being able to understand what's being said to you. And send that shit right back, but in a way that you can talk to a person, like have a conversation
But you just
with
hit the
them.
nail. A
So,
lot of
like,
my younger,
that's-
shout out to my younger generation, they don't even know how to communicate.
Bro, like that's
They
a
use
problem
words.
in this world.
They say, "Oh, Tim, your vocabulary." I don't. Bitch,
if you
what?
don't understand,
My
look,
vocabulary
there's a
regular.
dictionary. You got a smartphone in your hand.
Regular. You know what I mean? What's the next subject?
Hey, what
but yeah,
but
you're
they say
right.
use your contact clues or some shit.
Use your contact
Nah,
clues
look.
around that
I'm
sentence.
telling you.
If I tell you that the world sometimes seems to be magnanimous and that other times it's not, use the context clues around that sentence. What's the next subject?
Honestly, y'all, something that's been on my mind is the end of days.
The end of days.
The end of days.
Mic check. Mic check.
The end of days. The reason why and the reason saying like me saying that is you're seeing a lot of stuff happening. Like we're not like you think that
taking care
in
of
your
Earth.
world everything that's happening in the United States
Mark,
is
what
not
you
as
think about
bad.
that?
You
The
feel
end of
me?
days. What do you
Yeah,
think
that
about
shit
it?
coming. We ain't
Shout out to that boy,
It's
they want watch.
already
Yeah,
like that's the thing. We're
phone
literally
down.
This shit ain't gonna
living
make
in
the
that
3,000.
time. But see, what I have realized is that for some reason we have been given more time because on the other side of the world
shit.
there's things that's popping off. You got floods, you got food shortages, you got.
But that's all
you
in the
know,
Bible now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
if you
see-
get the Bible, Revelations.
Man, you remember we talked about
favorite
earlier.
book. Favorite book in Revelations. It said that it's Jesus written down. That's
He
going to
will
happen.
not flood this earth again. It's gonna be brimstone and
No,
fire.
he
bro.
made a promise with the rainbow.
Who wrote that shit?
Who wrote that? Don't give me the God forbid. Don't give me.
Hey, facts.
No, and who wrote that statement specifically?
That whole book.
The
Well,
book,
it all came.
they've
All of
all
it came
been
from God.
rewritten. But see,
It may have been
the
through
word of
human
God
hands,
is
but it
very
came through
said-
God.
But it's
Man
every
just had
Bible
their-
has been rewritten over 100 times, man.
That-
Hell yeah, that shit been
So
rewritten.
like, but the thing
There's
is,
some
you
books that
cannot,
didn't even make the
you cannot
Bible.
deny the
That
word
shit
of God,
rewritten.
though.
I have right there. It's called a Prithika. But anyway, I'm going to say this though. When it comes to the ideology of the end of days, I mean, some people are like, man, shut the fuck up. What the fuck you mean?
I give it the
Speak that,
4,000.
man.
Well,
Enlighten
3,000.
us.
No, I get
Well, you got a lot
3,075.
of people who don't even believe in God. I have constituents who don't believe in God, and I'd rather believe in something enough.
You know what? And
I have friends who are Muslim. I may not agree with representing Allah, even though Allah means God. Let me redirect that
They
statement.
just have different.
I may not agree with Muhammad, which is they Jesus.
Elijah.
No, not Elijah,
Oh, Daddy more older.
the real one,
Real.
the Mufasa of the Muhammad.
But this is my thing
I
is
feel like a
when it
lot
be
of
God,
people that don't believe in God is because they haven't seen God yet. God has not shown themselves, or if it has, they found themselves not believing in God because of things that's going on in their life where it's always just
You know what it
traumatic.
is?
Like
Leave a
they
comment. Do
living
you believe in
a life
God and why?
that's,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
want
it's
to know
fucked
what
up.
it
And
is,
you're like,
though?
you know, if
What
God
is it?
loved me, why he got me right here? Why? What the?
You want to know
Why
what
I
it
been
is,
here for
though? Why people
75
don't believe
years?
in
Speak that
God?
shit, bro. Speak it.
I
Do
mean,
you really want to know why people don't believe
before
in
you
God?
say that, I'm gonna say this though.
This is my opinion, but I think it's a strong opinion.
Before
Go
you
ahead.
make your opinion, when you cut the trees, what do you see?
When you cut the
When
trees,
you cut the. I'm not talking about weed. When you cut
Y'all
a tree, you see rings, right?
Yep, the rings of
When
life.
you
for the
look
tree.
at DNA, we got cells. You see a form of organization. when you look at protons and neutrons, it reflects something on a macro scale, like the solar system, your galaxies. Every galaxy has a dark hole in the middle. I cannot, in my brain, comprehend God, but at the same time, I can't say that that's an accident. When you have so many situations that it's almost impossible. Think about it like this. You have Earth in a Goldilocks zone. Perfect place between the star that's in the middle of our solar system. Not too close, not too far. And then you have a moon that makes sure the Earth is not spinning out of control.
Also,
the only moon that is ever in it, we never found a moon that's perfect. They have the perfect eclipse. Think about that for a minute, though.
How?
It be something banged together.
It's not like a little bit light
at the same time.
It's the perfect distance. The moon is the perfect distance from Earth in ratio from the sun. How is that? What?
Right.
What's the chances of that? It's so many. Like, what's the chances? Think about that. And think about your DNA.
Yep.
Millions and millions of combinations. If one combination is off, you may not even exist. This is why sometimes you have what I used to say, I don't fear for it now, but sudden infant death syndrome. If that DNA go out of place, death. I mean, like, it's just, and there's many things why that can happen.
Right.
It's just too many things going on that it's not, you can't be too much of a probability.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's go ahead.
See,
I'm scared. Oh, my fault.
You say you're scared?
No, I'm scared when it's my time to meet my maker, I meet the wrong person. You don't accept me, bro.
No, I don't fear
you
death,
gonna meet the
man.
wrong maker, man.
I be over here praising Medusa. God, like, damn, my bad player. I didn't even know who was up here.
But
I can be
that's
mixed
where I
up.
feel
That comes
like
down
a
to
lot
faith,
of
though.
people
That comes
mess
down to
up
faith.
because we like to focus on the image too much.
Yeah, you right.
Like, we
You
focus, like,
absolutely
you got people out here that speak on God being a woman and God being a man. God is energy. God is everything around us. God is everything that's
Think about it like
living.
this, and I'm happy
you know
you
what
said
I'm
that.
saying? Like,
I hate when people even have like they have a picture of God. You can't see his face,
right?
Yeah, you
or
can't.
you would die. Like, it's
Yeah.
in the Bible. Well, all I'm getting at is, how can you comprehend if your brain is only this size, right?
Right.
How can you comprehend a brain that's beyond the comprehension of this
At
universe?
some point in our life, bro.
Like, how can you do that?
I
you're
feel
right,
like I really do. For some reason, it was like now we only have a certain percentage of our mind even open. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta take them shrooms,
Have
nigga.
y'all ever seen Lucy?
Hey,
I got a question.
Hey,
Has
two with the
everybody-
earth, nigga.
My whole thing
anybody
is you
in
gotta
here
be
ever seen
optimist.
Lucy? Have y'all ever seen Lucy?
Who?
Lucy.
Like, I Love
that
Lucy?
show.
Have I ever
No,
seen
it's a
Lucy?
movie.
Nigga,
It's an old school movie.
Oh, you talking
No,
the movie?
The
No,
movie
she
where
took
the
the
girl,
pill
yeah,
and
she was doing the drug. She was
took
basically
the
drug
drug. Yeah,
trafficking
yeah.
for
Lucy's actually a
some
good
company
movie.
or whatever.
Real.
But
She
the
used
thing
like
about
100%
it,
of her brain. Continue.
yeah,
talking about like
the medicine,
like
whatever
Lucy,
it was,
Lucy.
the
Not
drugs
the
made
not
her
the devil
able
Lucy.
to
No,
have
no, no.
100%.
talking about, like, my
Like, she
Oh,
was
Brent,
able,
yeah.
she was basically tapped in all the way. Okay, life and death, the past, the future. Like, she was able to see everything.
It's
like,
a
she
sci-fi
had
movie.
every parts of her brain unlocked.
Where the
Oh.
drugs
Yes.
unlock every
Like, that
100%
movie
of her
is
brain.
real, but I'm not talking about the drugs part. Okay?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like
But
how you said just
I really feel like at some point, but we had that. You know, our parts of our brains was unlocked, and I feel like the reason why it's not is because a lot of people don't even believe in spirituality. They don't
Exactly.
believe in
But how can
aligning
we,
their
though?
chakras and
Some
tuning
people,
in.
I can relate
like,
to
You
people
wanna
who
know
don't
why?
believe
Yeah, I
in
can
nothing,
believe
do
though.
you
yeah.
want to know why they
I
don't
mean,
believe it?
You got to
Wow,
think
don't-
about, and the
Back
reason
to the
why we're
subject.
not.
Speak it.
Y'all
Speak it.
see how it fell off subject and it came right back to it. The reason why people do not believe in God is because they feel like God do not come when they want them to.
And that's their problem. God
You
is
cannot
not gonna come
be
when you
that
want it.
selfish to. You can't be that selfish. Period. You can be.
How my great aunt said it?
No, another thing.
God only come to you when you need it. It's some stuff you have to go through. I ain't gonna try to reflect her
man.
voice because it's too much. It's something you have to go through. Only you could go through that God bestowed upon you, so you could be a better
And
human
I'll be
being. It's a
another
lot of
thing.
people don't
The
know that.
reason why
I
a lot
agree.
of people,
I agree.
I feel like, have not even seen what God can do for them is because you don't even know that God gave you a choice of free
Or
will.
they have seen it, but they
and
just
to
haven't
follow
noticed it.
No,
the instructions or the laws
I
of
think
nature.
some people do know.
And if you do know,
They know, but they just try
if
to
you do
deny
know,
it.
you
They
can't get
just
upset
deny
when
it.
you're not being heard, though.
Exactly. They try
Because
so
Some
hard.
people know
Man.
that God exists and would say this. well, you know, they okay with being a part of oblivion. Let me tell you something. Just because you pass that hat around in church and you go to church every day, don't mean you make it to a promised land.
That's facts.
I don't believe in taking
That
collections.
hell hat,
Right.
that passing the
I
hat
swear
around.
I don't. That's
They
hell.
getting $1 from me.
That's devilish.
Ain't
That's
that kind of
devilish.
sacrilegious?
What you
And
mean?
you know who you are.
These
Ain't
are
that kind
devils,
of
bro.
devilish, though?
I ain't been to church since I
Because
figured that shit out.
Jesus himself got mad. How dare
The
you
fuck?
sell
Preacher
goods
post
in
show
my
with a
father's
Rolex.
house?
That's where we as a people have to realize
real.
when you know that this shit's compromised. There's another agenda that church is carrying out.
I ain't. Go
So
ahead.
I ain't never liked the church. Look, when I
I
saw
ain't
that
never liked
preacher
the
pull
church.
up
And that Escalade,
that
that
motherfucking
motherfucker pulled up in the
BMW.
Escalade in the Benz. I seen
my
that
nigga
shit.
pulled up in a BMW. He had his wife and an 18-year-old pregnant on the
feel
opposite
me?
side of the church. You
He
fucking
hell.
know 18-year-old
He
too?
hell.
And
The
you
church
still
all
got the
fucked up.
audacity
I'm tryna stunt
to
like the
still
pastor.
go out there and preach like
Preach
you
the
a man
word.
of God. Nigga, you the devil. You got that 18-year-old pregnant. You been fucking that 18-year-old like that?
And
The whole
the
time.
church got a leak. And the
You
church
know
got
who the fuck
a
you
fucking
are.
hole
You
in the
dirty
roof.
preacher. You dirty ass man.
Now it's a real shit. The last time I went to
silly
church
as
though,
fuck.
I
was
ain't
when
been back since.
I'm telling you, the last time I went to church was when my grandma, she you know what I'm saying, she was a grandma Hilda, you know what I'm saying? She real godly. She used to get down. She used to get down.
You know, I can say the name.
used to
Can I
get
say the
down.
name?
Huh?
Can I say the name?
Yeah, I said Grandma Hilda, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who you talking about?
I thought for a minute I thought he was talking about Aunt Eva.
We can't even talk about you right now. But that's my baby right there, baby. That's my rock.
You know who you are.
Yeah,
I love you, Aunt
Grandma
Eva.
Yeah, but last time I went to church was when my grandma Hilda took me there, man. And she always used to talk to the pastor. I guess she talked to the pastor, told the pastor, like, hey, you need to sit down to these boys, talk to these boys, you know what I'm saying, sit us down.
Right.
Let me tell y'all what the pastor do. The pastor decides to go into church on Sunday and just starts talking about my problem in front of everybody. Like, he ain't say my name now.
Shut the
That's what
fuck
they
up.
Let me
do.
tell you
Let me
about
make you an
that.
example.
But the
Let
nigga
me
just
tell you about
ass.
D4.
So you mean to tell me you just gonna walk up in church and you just so happy to talk
Like,
about a
I know I'm
situation that
speaking
just
to
happened to me
somebody
last
out there. I
night?
know you can hear
Ain't
me.
no
I know
way.
you
Not
can hear me.
everybody know in the
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
Everybody talking shit.
I'm telling you, like he literally took this situation that I literally done last night and tried to use it as
An
like,
example, basically.
I get it, though.
Like, not
I
even
get
an
it.
example.
I get
like,
it,
he just
though.
tried to use it as like
Pastors
you're not
are
supposed
not
to be
perfect.
doing this or you're not supposed to be doing
Instead
that.
of just coming
Nigga,
to
who
talk
the
to you. I feel you on that. That
Pastors-
made me feel some type of way.
Pastors are not perfect. I would do.
Damn
I
sure
know
ain't.
pastors are not
This world
perfect.
is,
But
though.
I'm gonna
Tell me
say
I was
this though.
hot.
I'm gonna
Hotter
say
than
this.
fish grease, nigga.
You do have some good holy
TD Jakes,
people,
Yeah.
and do you have people who's a pastor for the wrong reasons?
TD Jakes know how to do with the
I
word.
do, and I don't
If
even know
I
if we
know
can
somebody
speak on
who
that.
want to practice in the ways of
Matter of fact, TD Jake tried to sue my cousin, man.
Word?
And he
No,
tried to
didn't.
sue. I swear to God, he tried to sue Vail because Vail. I ain't mean to cut you off.
You good, go ahead.
But an artist took TD. This how you know it's all about money because any
You-
pastor.
man.
But this, my brother took his TDJ's like phrases and put it in his album, and next thing you know, we got literally people from TDJ's family hitting up my brother, telling him that he got to take the album down, like he got to take his tape down because it had TDJ's in it
See,
without his
that's
permission.
something-
any
I do wanna
pastor, any
speak on-
pastor who is preaching, anybody who's
Yeah.
preaching anything
lame.
from the Bible and to acquire money from it, to me
Yeah.
it's a sin. I don't like that,
Bro,
I don't like
what's the white
that.
pastor
We
name?
having church right now. You
Yeah,
got more than
for
two
real.
people.
The church is within you.
What's the white pastor name?
The evangelical.
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, he ain't nothing but the devil.
That
Man,
nigga
you
said,
seen what the,
hurricane-
he said,
You seen what the
if I
hurricane
blow-
happened?
TV.
He said, I'm gonna blow COVID-19 away in the name of God.
Let it be known.
Let it be gone. That nigga looking evil as hell.
That nigga
had
get
the
a whole
audacity to
everybody
have,
cool.
Pastor.
had the
Yeah,
audacity to
Joel
have a
Osteen, though.
$45 million jet.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
pastor
crazy.
that was, but I know exactly what you're
Nah,
talking
but he
about.
did them fucked up shit when that hurricane came and damn, where it come? Was it? Where's this thing? Is this in Texas or something?
Mike check.
Was his in Texas? Joel Osteen's church is. I don't know where his church at.
Mike check.
Gotta
But
find
it
out.
was a bad hurricane that came, and them people ain't had nowhere to stay. And you know he's got a big ass church and shit.
Money.
Oh, that
It
was
all-
Joel Osteen. I mean,
Yeah, it was Joel
come down.
Osteen.
It all come down to the
And
money.
he wouldn't even let them people
Hold on.
stay
Let
in
me
his
tell you
church,
how
bro.
evil some people are. I won't name them names.
Like, y'all ain't coming in here.
The hurricane that came through Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
how many years they have to wait before they get $75 million? Think about what I'm talking about.
it was Hurricane Harvey.
Yep.
That was the bad one that they had.
So your
That's
boy
crazy.
Trump finally gave $75 million to Puerto Rico.
Bruh.
Why you do this now when you're so close
That's
to the
like,
election?
if y'all really want, that's like, when then they went,
People, the money, and then you look at, and y'all Republicans, or
man,
look,
y'all
hit me
better
up,
hold
leave a
your
comment.
horses.
If it's true about his taxes, that he ain't paying shit for his taxes,
Nigga,
I know
shit.
why you became president.
Yeah.
Hell, I agree with you then.
Yeah.
If I only paid $750 for taxes in the last
I don't
15
blame him,
years,
shit.
and I'm gonna need to be
You
president.
you
So y'all
lying.
can't sue me if I'm a president.
He got that
of the
real
United States
estate
of
though.
America.
That real estate give you them tax breaks, bro.
I ain't mad at him for
He
that.
I ain't mad at him. Shit,
you hustle
but
the
that real
game.
estate, he know what the fuck he doing. But he want to
But
be president because his ass
I'm
ain't trying to go
mad
to jail.
that-
He get out that
I'm
president, he going to jail.
I am mad that the unification. No, he ain't doing no
ain't
unification.
mad at-
Biden, I don't like Biden, but both parties to me ain't unifying at all.
Damn
They
sure
cause a
ain't.
separation.
Yo,
And I mean, God forbid, Trump right now could go out there in this world and assassinate somebody, and I bet you that for Republicans they justify it. And the Democrats, some people, you know what I mean? People
you
justify
not
it.
know, like, the fact that we all sitting
let me
here
ask
having
you
a
this.
Hey man, you
conversation
need
about
some
this.
theme
y'all
music
do
right
know.
now. I don't know why, but that's what I hear.
This the time that we living in should literally scare the fuck out of us.
No,
But
see,
the
that's what the
reason
government
why
wants.
it's not, but that's
The
what I'm
government want
saying. They
fear.
want you to be scared. But the fact is, like, I really feel like at this time, a lot of people, we need to prepare, bro. We really need to be
This ain't the Lion
prepared.
King.
Like,
Get your guns.
No, hell no. You can't do that though. You can't just
You
be
Get your
can't
gun.
prepare.
Y'all better
People
be
mentally
strapped.
don't-
Get
can't
your
be
guns.
prepared.
Get
Damn
your
right.
Man,
Because
whatever
I'm
you need.
saying
People are
this. I'm
remote-
on, okay, well, let me rephrase
Rephrase
this.
that.
You better be
I'm
strapped.
prepared.
I'm speaking
Go
to
ahead,
the people
Sol. Go
that
ahead, Sol.
already know.
Tell
You
'em.
already know what's coming. You already know the time that we're living in. I'm speaking to those people, not the people that are still trying to.
You ain't talking loud enough. Go
understand.
ahead now.
Good.
Man, I ain't trying to be
Go ahead,
screaming,
Good.
but I'm not talking to the people that don't really understand or they just getting on this.
Tell
I'm
'em now.
speaking to the ones that already know. Y'all been aware, y'all been knowing what was going on. Y'all
Right.
seen this from the get go.
And they
I'm
just
talking
act
about
like what?
years back. So right now,
Don't
like
be
this is
acting
the
dumb.
time where we all like literally need to be ready.
Don't be acting dumb.
Stay
Straight
ready.
like that.
You don't have to get ready. So
If you
Hey.
if
Say
you
it one
have
more
any
time.
discrepancy,
stay ready. So you ain't got to get ready.
Go
leave a
ahead.
comment.
Man,
This is-
what?
You heard him.
leave a comment. This is Great Apes Cafe. Leave a comment, share, like, whatever.
No, that's the advice I would give out, honestly. Like, it is a time where, you know, you would want the world to be at peace, but it's like God is not happy
Damn
with
sure
none of the
ain't.
stuff that's going on in this world. This is not none of the stuff that's going on is supposed
Some
to be
people
happening.
argue. Some people
But-
argue though, and I'm not
What?
saying this. Some people argue that God was never
I'm
happy
like,
with us.
you say God was what?
Never happy. Some people argue.
I mean,
Man, who the fuck
if
said
you
the
want to
monks?
look at it
that. I'll
like
tell
that,
you in a minute.
you can say
Like,
that.
think about it like that. God had to sacrifice His only Son.
Who was his son?
Jesus.
I know the son, but I'm saying though, I'm not speaking like
Lord, have
people
mercy.
wise. I'm saying if God ain't up, no, I ain't gonna.
Yes, you.
Nah,
Correct name.
Cause when I talk
Yes,
about
you.
religion, that shit
Get in there.
confused the fuck out of me. It
Nah.
really
Get in
confused the
there.
hell out
You
of me.
good? You good?
All right,
Yeah,
God.
talk about it.
I'm just playing with you. Good.
All
You
right, so
good.
God, right?
Right.
Well, you speaking as God? You saying God as in a energy,
No.
as a
Talk
person?
about- when I speak about God, I'm talking about the entity who created the universe.
Okay,
and
so
everything around
Jesus.
Entity.
Jesus.
Energy.
Jesus is
Yeshua.
the
Different.
son of the entity who created the universe. Jesus, correct me if
Yeshua.
I'm wrong. Jesus was an angel, his first angel, right?
Mhm.
His name was Michael.
They did change it.
That's his
Yeah.
son. That's his son.
But that was the first.
So what would-
that was his right hand too.
That was his right hand.
And then he crossed that nigga.
no,
Lucifer.
the morning star
Yeah,
did.
Lucifer did.
Lucifer. Let me say something. Lucifer is very beautiful. He's the morning star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful.
He said,
the most
why
beautiful
do-
of them
Most
all.
devious one out of all
Well,
of them.
I'm beautiful. They should be worshiping me. And the funny thing is, God created you.
Narcissism. That's narcissistic.
And he made you the
though.
most beautiful.
Right.
Yep.
So the thing about it is, I feel like when it comes down to it, people gotta always look into themselves to find that faith factor.
Mm-hmm.
It don't even have to be Christianity. I know y'all be like, what?
Yeah,
I question religion, but I don't question God.
The only
That's-
reason
you know
I
what I mean?
feel is if religion can
I
be
don't even-
questioned though, it's
you
because
know
you
how
will
they
find
say-
a lot of contradiction in it.
You know how they say that you can't question God. I don't necessarily believe in that. Like I wouldn't necessarily like ask God like,
Well, in
Why
a
the
sense, when I
F
say
you
you
doing
can't
this
question,
or
you
something
can't
like that.
comprehend. The reason why you can't question
It's
God,
a lot
you
of
cannot
things. Yeah, that's-
comprehend.
Exactly.
Dang, man. Okay,
God.
so that's just like
Think
this.
about this. Do
Something
you know how the universe works on the
Bruh,
fundamental level? There's
Oh,
dark
my goodness.
energy. There's dark matter. There's regular matter. There's planets. There's stars. More stars in the universe than are grains on the beaches on Earth. People can't comprehend that.
This is how I like
What's
to
a
look at
Google?
it.
Can you comprehend 1 with 100 zeros? And God knows the infinity, the end of
Yeah.
infinity. Like you can't.
It's
You know what I
facts.
mean? Like how can we comprehend that?
There's so many questions, like to what it's a lot of events or a lot of things that had to take place for us to get to where we are right now, and a
this-
lot of things that
and
we can't even sit here and think about. One thing I do
my
wanna
belief
say-
is that we're not even far. I believe that there's some ancient civilizations that made it farther than this.
That's
A
true.
lot of it repeated. The history repeats itself. Question history. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Why there's Egyptology? Why there isn't a Americantology? Why there isn't an Indiantology? Why there isn't a Chinatology? When people need to control the construct of history, they're controlling a form of power. A lot of people don't really realize that. Egyptology? Why? So if I go to Egypt and I find a new discovery, I have to go through the institution that coined Egyptology, and that I have to make them agree or disagree. Prime example: a lot of people, even written on the hieroglyphics of the wall, people in ancient Egypt said that this pyramids is older than them. They don't know where the pyramids came from. People, you know what I mean? Like history's control. If I can control your history, I control
Control
the
you.
past.
That's
I
just
can
like
control
us
you. I can
here.
do anything
At the end
with
of the
you.
day,
People don't want to
we
talk
don't
about.
have a lot of
They don't
armies.
even
Yeah, you're
associate Egypt anymore with
That's
Africa.
true.
They
Yeah, you're
associate
right.
Egypt with the Middle East.
Middle East.
What
Yeah.
the fuck
But
is
it's
the
on the
Middle East?
African
nigga, what the
continent.
hell?
Why
Yeah,
is that?
What is the Middle East?
Hey, I don't
Real shit.
know.
What is the
That
Middle
shit is
East?
crazy.
People don't even mention
There's no such
about
thing.
Timbuktu, which is a real place.
Man, speak on that.
You ever heard of a dude named Munsa?
Fuck no. No, that
Okay.
nigga was ugly.
Okay. Munsa, I may be pronouncing it. He was the most richest person in the world.
Oh, the king. Wasn't he the king
When he walked into Egypt to talk to the pharaohs, to talk to people of power, this nigga was so rich that he jolted the current currency. He inflated the economy just by going to where he went at. He was worth then $400 billion. In today's
I know
market,
exactly what you're talking about now.
it's like 17 trillion.
Gazillion.
Some shit. Like it's high as fuck.
So what they do to him?
He didn't do nothing. He had power as hell.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought they probably tried to.
Nobody mentioned about Timbuktu. That's Timbuktu at one point was richer than Egypt. You can fact check me, leave a comment if you want to diss, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. What I'm getting at is people let history control them.
Yep.
If one historian tell you that they say Egypt was 4,000 years old, and you have other people who realize that the pyramids itself some guess to be 14,000, 18,000 years old. There's some civilizations that have been on this planet for more than 100,000 years.
Damn.
And what the fuck they teach you in your school system?
What the fuck?
That you was in a fucking cave
That was
digging
nice.
dirt, you know
That
what I mean?
was nice.
Painting
Go
art
ahead.
and not even knowing anything
Yeah.
about farming, about art. That's what I'm getting at
for
though.
real.
Like
That
the
was nice.
history is controlled. You can fact check me.
They
Nah,
really
that's
should have told me
facts
something about
right
some
there.
fucking
Question
credit.
history, you got to question everything else.
Everything.
Shit, that's what I really needed to know. I really needed to
Okay.
know about credit in fucking school.
Oh,
Hey, bro, you
Fuck.
ain't know a lot of
Niggas ain't
shit.
wanna
You
teach you
had
about
to
nothing.
It's a
relearn
game. No, they don't want you to know.
relearn a lot of
Especially in
things.
America, they don't want
They
you to
wanna
know.
teach you the way
You
of
gotta
life.
have bottom feeders in the
Knowledge
world,
is
son.
powerful. When you
I mean,
know
not in the
too
world,
much-
but in America.
When you know too much, you can lose your fucking brain. You have to
gotta have
meditate.
control over that
You
shit.
got to
Like,
realize
like
that.
horticulture class. That was
That was
something
something you needed to know.
You needed. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Horticulture,
What
everybody.
was that?
I think everybody should have learned that.
What was that? The
Wood
aquaculture
shop.
class.
Everybody
You know
should
what I'm
learn
saying?
about
Wood shop too.
credit
Yeah, wood shop,
class.
that was
good.
Marketing,
We should have had
business.
a marketing.
Yeah. All
Other
that
countries do
shit.
it. Why we can't?
Yeah, because they want you at the bottom. We got to have dumb people. America got to have dumb people that don't know shit.
So you can go
That's
work
what
at
they
a
can
9
feed
to
off.
5 for the rest of your life.
They got the feed off of you. If you
I
broke
swear I
a
just did
job,
this shit.
they don't teach you shit. They teach you maybe how to count to 100.
They teach you how to flip
when
burgers
you
real
get out
quick.
of that fucking high school, nigga, game on, bro. You gotta
I'm
figure it out yourself.
It's more than that.
It's game on.
The system wants you to work an 8 to 5 job.
Yeah, they want you got to have that.
They
You
want
got to
you
have
to-
that.
They don't want you to
want
be.
have a
they don't want
slave
you to be-
mentality.
It can't be
owner.
it can't be everybody can't be millionaires and billionaires. No, they ain't gonna give you game like
They're
that.
not gonna let you
I agree.
do it.
Nah.
I don't like
They
agreeing
not
with
gonna let
Mark,
you
but
do
I
it.
agree with Mark.
I gotta jump off.
Alon ain't
subject.
gonna
I don't like agreeing with Mark. but I
Alon
agree
ain't gonna
with
tell
Mark.
his prey how to get the fuck away from him.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta jump off subject again,
Go ahead.
bro. I used the bathroom before we got on this motherfucker.
That you gotta go again.
Boy, I
Ladies and gentlemen,
I got a PP, nigga.
That's my wrap up
Nigga got a
statement.
PP, nigga.
Nigga got be a little tangled.
Wait.
This is motherfucking Great Apes Cafe.
Can
I'm
I
about to
say
end
one
this.
thing?
But do anybody
I love
have any
y'all,
last
man.
statements
I have
before I
one
end this
thing to
one?
say.
This
Okay,
y'all
when we were
statement.
speaking on the concept of God, you know, when people don't believe in God or, you know, they don't understand God, but if I swear, like, this is something that really helped me out. Is this is something that my granddaddy told me. You know,
Okay.
like my granddaddy, he is very spiritual, but he believes in some parts of the Bible.
Yeah.
And there's certain things or certain scriptures in the Bible that I can honestly, you can take and you
It
can
can
apply
stand
to
out.
your
It's
life
gonna
like it
stand out
really
to you.
does.
He might-
You cannot
gonna
deny
talk
the
to you.
truth
Really
in
go
any
pee-pee.
of the religions. You can find contradictions
Look at
in the
D4
religions,
face.
but you can also find truth in every single one of
Before
them.
look, man, he got
So-
the PP.
One thing I like to look at is how a day for us is 24 hours. You know, that shit
Yeah.
long as fuck, right?
Yeah.
But they
Is
live
it really
longer.
24?
They live longer.
It's
They
like
live
a
longer though.
millisecond. Like
Look at
1,000
Moses'
years
children.
for God is a blink. Goddamn.
Look at
Wow.
Moses'
Yeah.
children. The
That's something
average
that-
person in the Bible lived more than 400 years.
Okay, and how long do we live now?
So God
Black
did say we
person
would
lived
never
to
live
be
more than a day.
65.
That's 1,000 years.
So that's something that helped me, you know, not really to humble myself. Because a lot of things that we wanting or we praying for, you don't even know that it's already in the making. Like it's coming to you.
I feel
You
like
just gotta
sometimes
wait
people
on it.
pray. People pray for the wrong reason.
Or manifest. If you want to say like you want to manifest.
I
certain
don't even
things
pray
in
for
your
myself. I
life.
stopped praying for myself a long time ago. I'm about to end this. I'm about to end it because I know you gotta go pee pee. But I don't pray for
I gotta
myself.
pee-pee, nigga.
I pray for other people. Why should I pray for myself? That's to me it's selfish.
That's facts.
God, can you please help? No,
Yeah,
it's
'cause
people.
You pray
Let me tell you
for other
something.
people.
Shout out to Crease if you ever see the show. His family got burnt in a fucking fire,
Oh my goodness.
and his uncles threw him on the back of a Nissan truck in Africa to come in the Americas. He saw his mom died in a fire. I think I came through the worst shit. I'm from the projects. I'm from New York, but I said I ain't went through nothing compared to what he's
no.
been
Facts.
through.
Yeah,
That's
I
facts.
had a
will
roof
humble
over my
you
head.
So much,
I had some
man.
trials and tribulation with my parents.
Right.
I ain't went through nothing.
Yeah, nothing like
You
that.
saw your mama got cast away and burnt gasoline thrown on there and lit and
That's a whole
screamed.
nother-
Christ, yo.
That's
And you
the
still
shit,
had
bro.
the audacity to actually be a
living.
model citizen.
I'd have been.
You come to the Americas,
You had a-
go to UNCW and prosper to actually go and work on being a doctor. Crease, I love you. If you
Bro,
see this,
shout
you
out
know
to
the fuck you
Crease,
are.
Shout
yo.
out to you, for real.
But yeah, I know you got to go pee pee.
Nigga
I'm
gotta
sorry.
pee-pee.
I-
Now, that's all I had to say.
I
Honestly.
feel that's my closing statement.
Anybody
you know what
else
I'm
got to
saying?
say anything before my homeboy Devo got to go pee pee?
Yeah, I tell you, I got
You was so
nigga.
petty,
But I
bro.
just tell people as
petty.
this. My closing statement is that to be honest, just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in what you believe in, just try to lean on things that you know is real, no matter what.
And I'm
That's
reiterate. I'm gonna
facts.
throw some extra shit on that. Be yourself and always be mindful of this. My ideology. This is how I live by. And this is how I operate with people. Be wary of pretend gestures of admiration and hidden agendas.
That
Man,
nigga
shut
will
the
forever
fuck-
know.
nah, bullshit. That is real,
'cause I was
though.
about to
Bro,
say, you cannot
That's
knock
how I
that
operate
shit,
with
man.
everybody.
Yeah, that shit.
Family.
You
I
cannot
cut off
knock
half
that.
my family based on that. They had pretend gestures of admiration.
You will
They
see
had
that
hidden
shit
agendas.
every
Damn
I don't
right.
want no fake love, and I don't want no niggas moving around like a
okay.
snake.
Trying to leave.
Got
Yeah.
something for
Yeah.
y'all.
But I'm
One
throwing
thing.
it on top of that.
One thing. If y'all
Nigga
ain't
clean out
never
the closet,
heard
Eminem on
of
their ass.
Chica,
Facts.
Chica is an upcoming, she's an artist, and it's this song that she got that's just like
Her
that
name's
shit.
Chica?
It's Chica.
I know a girl named Chica, though.
Chica. Bro, she raw
Shout
as
out to her.
fuck. Y'all go
Chica,
check out her
Chica!
album,
I heard that.
Industry Games, and
Industry
it's one
Games.
song on there that I will shout out to is Designer.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
like it, bro. That shit speaks
Like I
volumes.
said, go
Shout
check
out to
out
Ari
that
Fake
Lennox,
love
too.
out here. Don't be sending no
That's
fake
her name?
love. Be real. Be raw. Be yourself.
Operate, and I want you to start operating like that. Think about who's really there for you, who's really not.
Facts.
You got to be worried
Friends,
about
family,
like.
whoever.
I haven't saw Waxing in years, but we all know he's not a leaf. He's not a branch. He's actually family.
Waxing
so that make
was
him
a street name.
Real
That
shit.
make him a root. Sorry, I ain't call him D4.
I mean, they were like, nigga, they were like, who the fuck is Wax?
Who's Waxing? I know
street
it's
name.
Waxing. Yo, I ain't gonna say his
Yeah.
real name.
Don't do it, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
But
I ain't talking about no Wax
you got.
either. West
I
Side.
haven't. I mean, I've seen him. I ain't gonna say I ain't seen him in years. Let me tell you something. Waxing is on his grind. He's on his Tony Hawk shit, grinding like a skateboarder. He out here doing
I
what he
actually do
need to do.
skateboard.
And so
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
getting,
what's up.
what I'm getting at is, if I don't see Waxing for 5 years from now, he's still a root. If he come around, he's still sustaining me with positivism. Wolves, what the fuck you got to say? I've been drinking. I'm stuttering a little bit.
Damn, what the y'all should see y'all right now, yo.
All eyes on
Wolves,
you.
what you
yeah,
got before we
all eyes on
Big
Wolves.
eyes
All
on
eyes
you,
on
nigga.
me. Living life was
Oh, yeah.
until that day I die.
You know, I ain't got my homeboy Tevin on here. You
Shout
know
out
what
to
I mean?
Tevin.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Kalashnikov. Shout out to
Shout
that
out
nigga.
Tevin.
but
I
you
don't know who he is, but shout out to him.
Right,
How
right,
you
you
say
know
that
who
nigga
you
name?
are.
Kalashnikov.
Kalashnikov. Clash. He couldn't, he couldn't jump on there. But what you got
Wait
left
a
to
minute.
say?
Hey, shout
before
out to
we
the
go-
shout outs, man. Shout out to everybody.
What
man.
you got,
shout
man?
out.
What
I
you
love
got to
everybody.
wrap this up a little
You
bit. What
ain't
you
got
got to
nothing to
say?
say.
Shout out to I ain't got shit to say.
I got something to say.
You ain't got no
boys, ass.
sports? What happened to
Oh
sports
yeah.
world? What the fuck?
Shout out to the Lakers. You know what?
Oh yeah,
shit.
big L's.
Game
Lakers,
two tonight.
I love them. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
We had
lost
game
me
2
on
tonight. I don't
that
even know
one.
who
Who
won
won
or not.
game one?
The Lakers won
Lakers.
game 1. We up 1-0.
Wax
Look,
on it.
look,
And then
y'all.
Optimus.
Nigga, I
Look,
know.
And then
this
Optimus.
is
We
the
probably
distraction.
run game 2 tonight.
This is the distractions that's going on.
Yeah, they are
You feel
distractions,
me?
but
Yeah.
That's
I
what they
LeBron.
talking about. But hey, go
I
Is it
fuck
ahead.
LeBron.
necessary distractions, though?
You know
You
what I'm
said
saying?
it's necessary.
We talking. That's
Like he
another
said, you know what I'm
episode.
saying? His close statements, Lakers won, you know what I'm saying? Go look up that Chica.
Yeah,
Go
you
look
know.
up that District
Look
4.
up Chica, y'all. Y'all will not regret that shit. I promise you.
Yeah, but
This
shout out to the shout outs, man. You know
and
what I mean?
Toby Nugwe. I'm sorry, I had
Toby?
to say that.
I don't know who
Nugwe.
that is.
Y'all ain't listening to him.
Oh, that's
Toby,
it. I throw these hands,
Bro,
nigga.
Yes, try
Yeah.
me.
Go ahead.
That's he said, try Jesus, but don't try me because I throw these hands.
You feel me?
That's him.
Try me.
Hey.
Don't wanna make him make a
That
Yeah,
is
you know what I'm saying? I gotta go pee nigga.
That is Dave's
My nigga gotta
motherfucker.
go ahead and get pee. All right, this is Great Apes Cafe. I'm Timothy Raw.
Tuning
Deuces.
out.
Nigga done.
Nigga done.
Yo, that shit was lit, bro. Look at you.
I got a hole in my motherfucking bottom. Nigga done.
Damn,
Drinking
son,
up
dude.
in this shit.